Good evening, everybody. Ryan Bauer, Bearded Sim Racer here, coming to you live from the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's right. Tonight we have the Silly Hats, no pedal, no wheel, fun action to bring to you. First of all here, we're on this interesting road course configuration, which I've never seen before, so take a lap here with Corey and check it out. Hope everybody out there is having a fantastic evening. So, Corey's setup is pretty cool. I've got some pictures to show you guys of this. It's pretty sweet. You can see here, it's not very analog. It seems to be either steering or not steering. Hey, what's up, man? Hello? I'm hearing a click, but no talking. Technology. Well, Josh is here. He's trying to make sounds. It's a good start. So while we're waiting for Josh to figure out his microphone, here is a look at what Corey is using to operate his vehicle. Isn't that amazing? I have another visual aid to help you understand how he's using this device. There you go. So the left set of switches, I guess you do both of them to get left. The ones in the middle for right, the ones on the top for gas, and the ones at the bottom for brake. I think Judge Phil would be proud. Way to go, Corey Porter. Hamza in the house. Oh, I hear Josh.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. What's up, dude?
Oh, it's been quite the weekend. This new damage model has left me damaged.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Unintended consequences of technology.
Always, always. Well, welcome for your, we'd like to pop your cherry on the broadcast booth. It's been a pleasure having you in the chat and joining in on the action and tuning in when we're doing other things too. So just wanted to say thank you for making this fun, man.
Oh, absolutely. I've been a follower of Lemons for a very, very long time. Followed grassroots racing actually clear back around like 2002 when I first heard about that stuff. So nice. I've been a trash racing fan for years.
Awesome, awesome. Take a look at Corey's car. We talked about what Corey was using to, did you see those pictures, Josh?
Yes, the toggle switch madness that we've been wanting for so long.
Yes, it's happened.
Is that the binary from Bender?
I don't know. It looks like it. I mean, you know, it's zeros and ones. I like the when Bender would time travel. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, very cool. And I guess you probably didn't see it, Hamza, but here's a look at what Corey's using to control his vehicle tonight. It's a set of 8 toggle switches and handcrafted. Looks like he repurposed some type of
so he's got full and half steering, or yeah.
I'm not sure. I would think since it's two that would be the case, but we'd have to ask Corey. Maybe Corey would get in on the chat.
I guess you could do them in binary, and you could actually get 4 settings if you had.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. The livery would make us think that he's thought that hard about it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm almost half expecting a little finger to pop up out each time he hits one of those and then shut the switch back off like those nonsense machines that everybody used to make.
The useless machine, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming in hot with the screenshots that are right to the amazing control. Hey, it's Eric Root, everybody. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, with the aliens, no pedal, no wheel alien. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it could have been aliens.
I have been in my house for a total of 9 minutes.
Awesome,
so
coming in
right
hot.
into the broadcast.
Oh, that's great.
So catch me up. It looks like a no pedal, no wheel setup.
Yeah, we're at Pocono International road course layout, which is, as Matt Sitko, as Josh would say, Pocono on LSD.
All right.
I actually have a picture. I'll pull up a picture of our track map here. Let you guys talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm only about 5 minutes ahead of you, Eric, and really only listening for about 2 minutes. I just got dialed in as well, so we both left Ryan hanging, and I guess Mr. Husty is in the booth as well.
Excellent.
It's Hoosty,
Okay.
I believe.
Hoosty.
Like Boost, but with the Hoost.
Boost.
Well, welcome to the booth, Josh. Glad to have you.
Yeah, Josh.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, so here's the track map. I don't know what it looks like, but it looks like fun. It looks like a party.
I see faces. Does anybody else see profiles of face? Like
Yes,
Easter
yes.
Island on the left side there.
Yeah, there's Papa Moy coming out right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the right side infield, where the bus stop is, there's some other face happening there with a big nose.
Yeah, over. Let's see. Yep, in that area there. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, got the Ronster Wraps machine here. Oh, I wanted to point something out on Kevin's car here. Ordering pizza during a pandemic. Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here. You filthy animal.
Oh man, I love Home Alone.
Yes.
For a long time I thought that was a real movie, and
No.
it was a black and white
Right.
scene
That
they
dude
shot
is a famous
for that.
actor though from back in the
I
day
guess
though.
they wanted to use some other movie and they couldn't
Baby
get the
CJ
rights.
2003. Welcome to the
And
gaggle. Welcome to the party.
the studio tried to get him to use something else, so out of spite, they just shot their own.
Oh, Zach Johnson would like this one. Lady A rocking the pace car.
I dig it.
Very nice.
Low hanging fruit there. What is Lady Auburnon's setup for this?
I'm
pedal
assuming
setup?
Xbox controller. She could let us know if that's not the case, but I'm pretty sure she's rocking her purple Xbox controller, I believe.
Excellent.
We saw Corey's setup. We see Spencer's
so
here,
good.
and Spencer has a visual aid for us. Thank
There
you,
we go.
Spencer.
Well
So it
done.
looks like steering is normal. Oh, okay. Well, this isn't that impressive then. Okay. Well, it's just some a typical Forza style mapping. I thought he was going to be creative with it, but oh well.
Well, way
Alright.
to be lame.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. So I was driving. I went to Ohio to pick up a cat, which is not a euphemism.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am. And I was driving on 94 up through Chicago, and there is a giant billboard, and all it says is "Weed and Tacos, exit now," which is the best sales pitch in the entire universe.
I have to fully agree.
Yeah, I assume it's a dispensary next to a taqueria, but I don't know.
Okay,
I was almost intrigued to go find out.
Stunt Granny coming through in the clutch here. It's two different controllers that Spencer's using. So it says controller 1 and controller 2. Thank you, Stunt Granny. It's all in the details. Thank you.
Bonus points to Stunt Granny for having reading comprehension.
Earning that VIP badge every stream.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you. That's right.
Yeah, I heard him talking about this one here in Discord a couple of days ago. One person is doing the gas and clutch while the other person is doing the shifting.
I wonder if they're
That's-
streaming.
that's
I wonder
good.
if he's streaming that. I should try and look.
I do love the two-person driving a car. Yeah, and the separation of clutch and shifting is especially good.
Yeah. One has left and gas, the other has right and brake. There could be no communication mishaps there. That
Some
that
money
engine is
shifts
not long
involved,
for this
hopefully.
world. Yeah. That engine is not long for this world. Yeah.
I'm picturing shots from Top Gear BBC when we have a car welded on top of another car.
Oh yeah, the oh god, what do they call that? There's a name for it, but
Yeah.
that's like in a dream world where we didn't have to have liability insurance, we would totally be doing that.
So like the 70s.
Yeah, totally. Or the
Yeah.
chain racing that Hamza and I were talking about on a couple of weeks ago.
Glorious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
What
There's
what was
some,
the rule? It was like at least 12 feet of
It
chain.
was at least 8 feet of chain separating the pulling car rear bumper from the front bumper of the pulled car.
Excellent.
And the battery and engine had to be disabled in the pulled car for the duration of the event.
Yeah, double decker
Excellent.
racing. Thank you in the comments. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but yeah, on point. Yeah, that is one of the best Top Gear bits they've ever done. Was the double decker racing.
Ooh, I believe we have a flex tape car held together by flex tape down the middle. Very nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yo,
letting it played out, the played out thing be a little less played out. Nicely done. Ooh, man, there's a spec map involved there. It's fancy.
Digging it.
Yeah. Very nice.
I haven't seen a Lemons car painted with flex tape yet, so let me just put that out there. If you want to paint a car with flex tape,
I wonder how much that would weigh.
it would weigh a lot and it would cost a lot, actually.
I'm thinking that probably would push you over that $500 limit.
Yeah,
But it's safety though, right? That makes it okay.
Theme doesn't count, and several hundred pounds of flex tape totaling $1,000 is solidly theme. It will add no value to performance to that car,
especially on a car ideally with like double-digit horsepower, like a 91, no, like an 84 Ford Escort. That's really what you want held together with flex tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly out of necessity.
I'm assuming the Shih Tzu's not driving how well the driving's going on there, so Shih Tzu free.
No Shih Tzu.
I was reading in the latest Grassroots Motorsports that their Grid Life or one of the other time trial type events is doing a spec Honda Fit time attack series nationwide.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Grid Life. I have
Grid Life.
Their time attack stuff is really interesting. I'll give them. They've done a really good job with their time attack kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I was reading that basically it's just gut a car, leave the driver's seat in, no necessary belts, and it's time attack, so you don't need crash cages.
Yeah, in theory.
And well, in theory, yeah.
Yeah.
You may need a roll cage, not a crash cage. That's the subtle difference between
Right.
wheel-to-wheel racing and off-roading. Off-road cars have a very low chance of being T-boned at 90 miles an hour.
Right. The Fit's the closest thing to like, I don't know, like the early 2000s, early 90s, Civics, like the EK and EF, which, those great lightweight cars. And Fit's got about 110 horsepower and good gearing for it.
Yeah.
So.
Mike Bruce on YouTube chiming in. He was waiting for the spec U.S. Postal Service truck series. I believe those are called the long life vehicles. Top Gear USA actually did an episode where they raced those. It was pretty cool.
Excellent. That is a car we've been asked about by everybody on the internet. Can I get one of these? And I haven't kept up on the news, but I know for a long time the USPS would just destroy them instead of letting the public have them.
So my first car was a 1983 AMC mailed Jeep.
Right.
It was the DJ5. It was the low gearing transmission, rear drive only DJ5 chassis.
Right.
But the LLV, the Grummins, I guess, are prohibited from sale to the public. So you have to buy two halves that were cut up or de-post officed, and then you have to rebuild it and get it badged as or titled as some salvage monstrosity. So I guess they intentionally in the contract said these can never be sold.
Well, I mean, if you ever really looked at one, theoretically they're built on an S10 structure. But if you look at the actual body that's on it, if you hit a phone pole at 20, you're going to be hella dead. So I totally understand why they don't want the public to have them.
Yes, the Grumman LLV body style was a plan for the Three Pedal Mafia boat chassis before that was deemed it was better to
so disturbing. Dale Earnhardt as a zombie.
It was better to just get rid of that entire chassis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. It's got NASCAR logo that says brains. Yeah. Stop. Nice.
There
I like
it is.
that. Moosh Long Ice. Very nice.
Praise Dale, praise Hale.
That is a creepy image. Not something I thought I'd ever see. How about that?
Well, that's what Lemons is good for.
Yes.
All kinds of things you never thought you'd see.
PTSD. Thank you. Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. If you happen to get an LLV and you want to race it in Lemons, please contact us and we will help you draft up a safety plan so that you don't die when you crash it at 40 miles an hour.
We will also send a film crew.
Also that, yeah. Well, we'll be on site with it, but yes.
I mean, it's got the aerodynamics of a cinder block, and it's got like all of 75 horsepower through like a geared low transmission.
Yeah. You'd run out of gear. I bet those things run out of gear at like 60 if you could get it there.
So my DJ5 ran out at about 60. Absolutely.
There is, in the town I used to live in Brookfield, that I just moved out of in Illinois, they had the county mosquito abatement they still have a DJ5 that's painted up in like bright orange, and it's always like driving on the side of the street at like 9 miles an hour. And I assume because that's the safe speed for it.
Yeah. When I got mine, it was bought at auction for $400. My father bought it for me. It did not run, and it was my first car. It was purchased on condition that I would make it run.
Excellent.
And I did it, and then we ultimately, for the farm, ended up buying 2 more. So I upgraded to one of the newer ones.
Ooh.
We got one of those. Yeah, but the best part about getting...
What was the engine in those, by the way?
A little 4-banger, a little straightforward.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, Duct Tape and Dreams is asking, what's the newest vehicle that's ever been raced in Meat Space Lemons? Like, I guess the year?
The newest one I know of, and
Hamza.
I might be wrong about this, but there's a 2011 Ford Fiesta that runs.
Wasn't there an Audi RS8, or there was like some performance car that got in on like we don't care how many penalty laps we get?
Maybe. There's definitely like an RS6 in California that a chimney fell on during an earthquake, so it's got a great story behind it.
Nice.
The Volex. Oh, good call. The Volex is a 2012. We'll talk about that in a second. There's a 2011 Fiesta that the team run. It is actually a CCA B-spec car. And normally you would sit there and be like, all right, fine, you guys got a B-spec car, here's 1,000,000 laps. But they had a TR8, a Triumph TR8 with the original TR8 motor that they beat their heads against for 3 or 4 years and literally blew it up every single time they took it out. And so finally they just got sick of the stupid thing. They parked it. They sold some parts to another TR8 guy who is a little more stubborn than them. And they bought like a 5th-hand Ford Fiesta B-spec car, which, if you know, is just basically a Honda Fit. You know, it's 100 horsepower, 2,400 pounds. It's not going to win a race anyway. So that is the newest car besides the Volex that I know of. So the Volex is, of course, the Volex C20R from Great Wall Motors, which is the first Chinese-built car we've ever had in Lemons. And it is, if you looked at it, you would think it was a Chevy Trax, like it's a dead ringer. And whichever way the engineering went on that, I have no idea. But it finished 12th overall or 13th overall with all of 96 horsepower and 2,800 pounds or something. So there you go.
Well, it is hard to argue.
Yeah. I mean,
very nice.
I've always wondered, like, how well a modern car would do in Lemons if you just kind of, like a modern, like a Mirage or a Fiesta or a Fit. And they're old enough that we're starting to get a couple of Fits. Oh, man. The switch buttons there are amazing, by the way. A Volex, apparently a Chinese-built version of a Chevy Trax, finished 12th overall out of 60 or 70. So there you go, top 20%.
There you go.
Another excellent point. LLVs are all over 25 years old, so they're actually all antique vehicles.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they're not actually like a...
Do they have a VIN?
Roadable car. They have a VIN, but they're not a roadable car. I think they failed to meet like vehicle safety for when they were built, so they don't even meet some of the grandfather clauses.
It'll be interesting.
Like a forklift. It's got a VIN, but it can never be on a street.
Right. There are certain states where you will be able to register it, just because there are states where you can register anything. But
yeah, you have to, like, as a home built, you're like, oh yeah, I totally built the chassis.
yeah,
from these kit car kind of stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just
right.
that's what you're gonna have to do to rock the LLV.
The oldest car was a 41 Oldsmobile 98. With a straight 8, flathead straight 8. That's in Texas, run by the Escape Velocity Racing, who are one of them is an actual rocket scientist. That is a true story. They have that, and they have.
I want to be in that pit area. What are you, a rocket scientist? Yeah, you moron.
Well,
you know
yes.
I am.
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
He helped land the lander on Mars. That was part of that was his work, which is amazing that he does lemons as well.
Shout out to our friend Dougie Beard for the excellent cameras tonight.
Who did the brand new, not the brand new, but the new model unalterated Prius? Not the new, but whatever newer Prius.
There's like a 09 Prius. That's those guys are interesting. They're called. Team name is Rattlesnake Electric Sport, but I can't remember. The guy invented some video game system or some franchise. I think it might have been the Madden franchise. He's the guy who came up with Madden football or something, and he likes to race. So he had a couple of AMCs that were like basically old Trans Am cars that were like built out of new parts, and we're like, why don't you bring something like a Prius? So he brought a totally stock Prius.
And took 10th.
Yeah, and finished 10th overall in a bone stock Toyota Prius. No suspension work done on it. I don't even know if you can do that, but
no engine work done on it. No electric mod. It was like literally a Prius.
Yep. Yeah. So, and before that, Spank had one that
I raced that. That was super fun. It had the radio tuned to NPR for the entire race out there at Sonoma. It was so awesome. Good. going through tech with just NPR. Its theme writes itself, just NPR playing.
Yep.
Because Spank reinstalled the interior around the roll cage.
Of course.
That was the golden. The selling point of that was it had a full cage, and then he reinstalled the interior around it. It was beautiful.
Shout out to Soggy for the bacon in chat. Also, the fact that we have 11 no pedal, no wheel drivers tonight, and already have 75 people watching right now. So, everybody out there, thanks for tuning in and watching, and we hope you're having a fantastic evening. We know that ours is going to be better now that you're joining us to tune in tonight for the action. Again, this is the first of 4 races here at Pocono on the LSD layout of the road course. We'll then be taking to Irwindale for the figure 8 with a jump for some new damage model madness, and then to the iRacing Super Speedway for 2 races as well, in the last of which will be Skip Barber's 9 wide. That's a requirement. So
I hope there's a standing start there. I hope that's an option, because the standing start.
I think it is an option. I don't know if it was selected, but hopefully.
Excellent. Yeah,
that's right, Mike Bruce. We're coming for all 75 of us. We're coming for NASCAR's viewership numbers. That's right.
All your bad racing are belong to us.
Yes.
I like this. I hope he's doing the whole thing in reverse, by the way. We're going to need some ride along with the push button guy also once the race gets going.
Oh, yeah. So years ago, I took a military offensive, defensive, whatever you want to call it, tactical driving course. And there's this course, and it's got a bunch of turns, a bunch of stuff like that. A pursuit car to so you can work on closing the door and not getting pitted, and just it's a mixed media sort of thing like that. And like, all right, the required time is 3 minutes. You must complete 2 laps around this course in 3 minutes. And okay, everybody's all oh man, hope I do well enough, etc. And they're like, just so you know, one of our instructors has done this course in reverse and did the whole course in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. You're like, oh, okay, well, all right, I guess it's pretty solidly doable.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, another instructor did this whole course in an up-armored Land Cruiser. That weighs 12,800 pounds. So basically, it's a dump truck, and they did it in 3 minutes and whatever many seconds. So they're like, you should be able to do okay in this Crown Vic. Like you'll make it.
Did you make it?
Yeah, solidly. Solidly.
I would hope so, but
there's no feedback, right? And if you give up a corner in a turn, like if there's a chase car, right? If the pit car can get a nose in on you and tap your bumper, they're not pitting you, but if they can tap you, then you lose points and time and all that other stuff. So it is cumulative. But
excellent.
Yeah.
Tom Pyrek also weighing in the comments with his setup, which is a trackball mouse while he's wearing stick welding gloves, which is
that's actually
incredible.
That's pretty glorious right there.
Yeah. Howard Dean approves.
100%.
All right. Here, just getting gridded up for the first race here.
Oh, I didn't know Santiago was here. Oh, he just connected. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. There he is.
Practice, no practice.
Who needs practice?
He just rocks it.
Overrated.
Also, winning doesn't really matter for anything either, so practice way overrated.
Unless you've got a brand new setup you're trying to actually shake out.
I don't understand that concept, but yes,
what?
Let's say that.
I mean, electrically shake out, not get better at driving. Just make sure it works.
All right. Yeah. Well, we can't all be cooking pickles now, can we?
You just got to make sure this thing actually operates.
I think this might be a standing start.
Excellent. Well, turn one should be entertaining then.
Yeah, no pace car, right?
Kevin Barry pointing out somebody giga blasting in and out. That's a Cox giga blast on your card for the evening.
We're on board with the cigar box switches.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I get the sense he's not gonna exit turn one in last place.
oh, really? Come on.
He's behind the track.
This is a good choice. This is a great choice for. Oh, and I figured out something else too. By the way, I'm not sure how it's going to look on stream, but I'll try it here in a second. Let's focus on some crashes. We'll go back and check out what happened there. All of our friends in the infield.
I just saw like 3 cars pile over the barrier, so Tom Pyrex doing donuts with the trackball is also.
Yeah, here's a look. Here's a look at the turn one fun.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. No, F's in the chat for everyone. Yeah,
that was a little bit of a disaster.
I believe this is where we insert yeet.
Yeah.
Yeet.
You would not be wrong.
Quality yeetage into the first corner there. Many F's in chat, thank you. Ooh, the chase cam. Chase and zoom. I hope this is in real time, right? This is actually how fast they're going.
This is how fast they're going. This is not a slow-mo. I wanted to test a concept. Bear with me here, folks. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Can't make it worse.
Excellent. So, is Ryan going to test drive?
I am mouse driving right now.
Excellent. On air.
Where the chat?
Oh, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first-person view is brought to you tonight by Top Flight Computers while broadcasting the race.
Well done. Man,
yeah.
Mental fired.
Yeah, thanks, Josh.
It's a good plug. Yeah, Top Flight
This is hard as hell.
This. Nemesis Lab. Yeah. Have you ever driven with a mouse? Like ever, never?
Every once in a while to like do a lap to load a camera pack or something, but I honestly do not know this layout. So this is 100%. What do they call that in music when you just sit down and play what's in front of you? Sight reading. Yeah.
Sight reading the track. Yeah.
So actually, Skippy handles pretty good.
Who knew?
Let's see how this chicane goes. I'm not sure why the chat's not on the screen and the layer's there. So, everyone, we know you're still there. We'll switch back. Okay, there's a chicane somewhere.
Somewhere. It's fine. Man, Just keeps going. He just got run through.
Yeah, we're ghost driving. That's the nice thing. It's only a fortunate thing, but see if we can keep up with, I think that's Sitco, so probably not going to be able to keep up. We'll try.
Sitco or one of the Hessers, I'm not sure.
There we go.
Yeah, it was clean through the bus stop there.
Nice.
Doing good. Looking good doing it.
That's right.
So if you guys haven't tried mouse driving before, oh shit!
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. It just like stopped registering my mouse movements for a second. It's awesome.
Even you can do it.
That's right. Yes, you too can join Lemon's iRacing. Go to isuckatracing.com to get details on how to join this masterful class of whatever the hell it is. I'm out of words today, so I'm kind of hanging on by a thread.
So yeah, that was fun.
You made it look good.
Thanks. See if we can pick up some more action.
Ron Harrington, master of the Lemons iRacing livery as well.
I believe this livery is hearkening to a drink that he used to serve at parties after car shows that he was DJing.
Ronster Ripple.
Blend wine cooler. I hope that's just like 7 wine coolers of differing flavors.
Or like wine coolers are the mixer for a vodka-based party drink. Like, yeah, that's like, Four Loko Blackout in a can.
Oh,
It's a Ronster Ripple. Yeah, it's just like a vodka tonic, except instead of tonic, you use strawberry wine cooler.
Box wine and ecto cooler. That is wow.
Oh man, Ecto Cooler. That was my jam.
Ecto Cooler. We have an Ecto Cooler Lemons team. It's a Cougar. And they are the Ecto Cougar, which is pretty nice.
Is that the one that's all in the retro-reflective orange labeling? That's the Nothing's Hotter Than a Cougar? Is it those guys?
No, a different car. Yeah, there's 2 great Cougar plays on it. Yeah, the Nothing's Hotter Than the Cougar is that's a great car.
I did the
16 hours in
the
grass.
Yeah, that's well
in
done.
Autobahn with those guys on track, and at night under headlights, that thing is blindingly back at you. Yes, you turn on your race lights, and you are immediately greeted with a orange version of your race lights right back at you.
In case you missed it, folks, another look at Corey's setup. Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
I was just going to say, speaking of setups, Nate Schlavine just posted a picture in the Discord chat of Tom Pyrek's setup, his trackball thumb-driven mouse and his welding glove.
Money. That's really good.
Went a little silent there as we focus on a lone car on a lone section of track, and we all just go silent watching the car.
It's a moment of reflection tonight.
Tom just said he's going to be grabbing his welding helmet now to assist with his driving.
Get a little light on there. Or if you got the auto darkening, you just set it just off of grind.
Get that nice sticker action.
Well, the grind setting turns off the photo sensor on an auto darkening, so you can keep your hood down, and with it on weld, and you set it to like shade 11 and weld, so it's relatively clear. And then the moment you strike an arc, it's a shade 11 lens. But if you set it to grind, it turns off the auto adjust feature, so it's just fixed at whatever you've set it at.
If
you don't have an auto darkening helmet, get one. They're the absolute only way to go in 2021.
I'm having some weed and tacos, so I'm gonna be a little quiet for a second.
That's yummy.
Ooh, nice. So the running order, Eric Hesser, Matt Sitko, Lady A rocking third place. Way to go, Lady.
She was a latecomer to the iRacing. She commented for about, what, 2 years? Like, not 2 years, all but the last 2 seasons, or just this season?
Yeah. I think the whole time, pretty much. Whole time we've been doing this.
So this is her first racing season.
Soggy has switched to YouTube saying Taco Sunday. That's right. Thank you for inspiring Tom to grab his welding helmet. He's back out on track. We'll see how that's going. Oh.
Well, I'm light sensitive.
Oh, he dead. He's super dead.
Sweet. I'm not the only one with a coffer at my house. Nice.
Ah, so good.
Tacos. What does that
Is that
say
the
on the
weed
back?
that's
I
doing the
sawed.
club?
Yeah, I'm sure. What's it say? I sawed the car in half. Yeah, I sawed the car.
Yeah. Fixed it with flex tape.
Oh yeah.
So Scott Gurney is bringing up that he's been thinking about joining up with the iRacing, but is needing to upgrade a computer. I think we know some people that can handle that.
Yeah, if you send Mental a message on Facebook, he'll tell you where to get a computer.
As well as get your tires taken care of and possibly get some new car insurance.
That's right.
Or a new iRacing rig once you've got the computer for it from Nemesis Labs.
Yeah, Sagi. Yeah, you can transcode on YouTube. On your fantastic internet. Less bufferings. Ooh, I heard the crunch. Nice. That's great.
Oh, kidding. It's pizza, but
Taco pizza! Taco Town.
taco pizza is a thing. And if you're in
Casey's has a really good taco. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we missed that a lot. I think my wife got to actually have Casey's last time she went. November. She went back. Yeah, and she got to have. Did you have taco?
Yep.
Yeah, she had the taco one. Nice.
I mean, yeah, you either have to get taco or you have to get sausage pizza from Casey's. Those are the rules. I don't make them up. Those are just the rules.
Yeah, good rules.
It's policy.
Dim good rules, though. Lady A looking for that podium finish. Trying to keep the camera off of her so she can, so we don't curse her. But so far so good. 4 minutes left. Looks like about 2 more laps for everybody. Let's go to Hesser and see if we can curse him.
Patina Customs asking which controllers we got. Let's run through the field. We probably got time to do that.
Yeah, Eric Hesser and Matt Sicko. I think the top 3 are all on Xbox controllers or PlayStation controllers.
It's almost like it's a gaming thing.
But we got to give a shout out to our boy Spencer, and I believe, I can't remember his, I want to say wife's name? Wife or girlfriend. Anyway, tag team action there, 2 controllers. I really wish
place overall. That's really
fourth.
well done.
Yeah, 4th. Very nice. It says, it does say 3rd there. It's 4th, and I'm not sure. I guess it hasn't updated yet. But see, I've got Hesser lead and
Timing and
Sicko
scoring,
in second.
we don't know how it works.
Yeah, it just updates once a lap, I think. But yeah, 2 people together, group effort. Very nice. Ooh. Turn that off. There we go.
I believe Kevin Hesser also using. There's a lot of Xbox controllers and PlayStation
yes, a lot of gaming controllers. I don't know what Carl's using. It looks like it's not a Shih Tzu, so we'll go there. We know what Ron's using: a trackball and a welding glove, and now a welding helmet. Don't know what Chris is using.
Matt Sitko is using a PS2 Guitar Hero controller, which is also butt excellent for second place.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, but he's actually good.
Oh yeah, reading the No Pedal No Wheel channel would give you some information.
Yeah, I'm checking that out.
Nice.
Excellent. But yeah, I don't know what Chris Cieslak's is running, but it's usually something really amazing. not sure. There's a lot of talking in that Slack chat or the Discord channel for me to figure out. But yeah, Corey Porter, obviously the star of this with the single buttons for. Well, actually, there's 2 buttons for each, and I'm not totally sure. Is one of them like?
So it's either like half and full, like half left and full lock, or we were thinking if it's binary and it's actually like if they're both down, it's no left, and then one up is 1/3 left.
So in theory, it gives you like the ability to kind of have some gradual unlock.
0 to 3, four levels being 0 to 3. So instead of, just 2 levels.
Either way, yes.
Yes. That's new. Like that's pretty much a solid automatic favorite.
There's a pass for position. Ron Harrington up into 6th as Carl Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Bruce in the chat pointing out that the buttons look like no input, medium, and full. So like a half lock and full lock. I think that's right. Pretty great.
Sounds good either way. Like it's pretty trivial how he set up his own preferences. That's the least part of the win. The win is that it is switches.
And then
Mike,
it's working.
this is the Guitar Hero controller here with Matt Sitko.
Seems to work kind of really well. I don't know. I'm into it. I know Nate Schlavine has also done the Guitar Hero controller in the past. Looks like we're at the checkered flag.
Yeah, Nate was racing in VR and streaming for us that one night. That was good times.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome. What a good no pedal, no wheel race. And Santiago's usually doing something crazy, or he's traveling and using his laptop. So
touchpad, I think.
Touchpad, yeah. And of course, Tom Pyrak with the trackball while he's wearing welding gloves and helmet.
It's hard.
Yeah, things are as we're all getting vaccinated and getting sane and things are moving. Like work has started to be a thing again. Travel for work. Not sure if I'm 100% for it.
Wow,
good mood right there.
That's impressive.
That's some them Duke boys know how to roll kind of yeetage. Good videography and really stuck the landing.
So after this, we're off to Irwindale for some damage on the jumps and having good times there.
As the prophecies foretold.
What was the... Never mind. That joke was going nowhere. I'm just going to kill it now. Yeah.
That way no one even hears the setup. You can save it. You can release it another day.
I got to save my medium grade material, Is
there anything new in the world of automotive, like actual journalism, besides that I heard that Ford can't produce F-150s right now because of the electronic part shortage caterpillar effect from COVID?
I would be the last person in the world to know. I've totally given up on all the tenets of automotive journalism.
Oh, really? Yeah. I thought you were still sort of tangentially involved.
I catch bits and pieces, but no, I haven't. I don't keep up on the day-to-day very much. They stopped giving me press cars a long time ago, so that was like, whatever. I don't care that much anymore.
Is that the marker? No free car? I pay no attention.
Yeah. Wait, you thought there were ethics involved here? I don't know about that. Kevin Barry correctly pointing out that 73 of the 75 viewers are iRacing employees taking notes for tomorrow's meeting.
Yeah. Bob at the physics engine is going to get a talking to again.
I do have a
livery for that tonight, and I unfortunately can't run it because I actually made Bob from the physics department, and then I even had Jeff, who was Bob's boss, and my Skippy was painted up like that. But my system being fluky with the new damage model, and it keeps kicking me out, and it actually will crash the session. So that's why I'm bowing out tonight. But I had a whole livery set up for that, just for that.
Congrats to our top 5 finishers. Lady A with the 4th. Way to go. And we do have a meeting tomorrow, Eric, actually. We do have a meeting tomorrow, so that's great. Yeah. I'm sure this will be on the topic of discussion.
Right up, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, shout out to iRacing, by the way. Thanks.
For sure. I was going to say, the meeting is going to eventually stray to how the hell do we get the Lemons people to stop doing this, but yeah. Just kidding. They're good. They're good sports about everything. I actually, when we started doing this, I sent them an email, and they were very helpful. And also raced Lemons a very long time ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At Stafford Springs, at one of the very early races, they had some kind of American boat. I don't remember what it was. It was like an LTD or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Might have been a Caprice, actually. So yeah, they're well aware of Lemons and have done it, and so they know what we're all about there.
I know we're mostly harmless. Get
mostly
out of here,
harmless.
crazy.
Yeah,
Get out of here, you crazy kids. Yeah, no one's gonna go on live TV. No one's gonna get on the nightly news for rage quitting and no pedal, no wheel. You know,
That's
it's not gonna be the talk of the town, besmirching the image of iRacing and sim sports.
That's right.
Closest thing to a rage quit is, all right, guys, screw you. I'm racing a pickle next week.
That's right. Speaking of pickles, where is Randy Bish? He's the guy who raced the pickle some weeks ago.
Some days he pretends to work too.
Yeah, fair.
He does hold down a job. Yeah, I've missed it the last couple of weeks as well.
We should
like
get the. By the way, Duct Tape and Dreams in the comments saying we should get the iRacing folks out to sign up Racing Lemons. That'd be great. I think they're based in Connecticut or somewhere not far from where we race at Thompson in New Hampshire.
Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
I knew it was in New England somewhere, which is great. So they should come out and have them put together a car. But if you want to join the 24 Hours of Lemons race, you can go to 24hoursoflemons.com and sign up. You'll find the race that you want. There's that's great. Heating simulations. It's a very well done job.
Yeah.
.24hoursoflemons.com, by the way, and onlylambs.com works too.
Wait, no jump? Sad face, no jump. Man. All right. Enjoy the show.
Nate was setting this one up. We were going to originally be running the 87s and the street stocks, but the street stocks actually have a damage model, and it's been crashing the sim all around the world. And so we had to ditch those and go with the Miata with the 87s, but they skipped the jump because we thought that the new damage model would be enough carnage for everybody.
Right on.
Yeah.
Fair play. Fair play.
So does the new damage model actually change like the physics damage of the car, or does it change the like visual damage of the effect?
Yes.
Or both?
Both, I believe.
On the testing that we did, it feels like both. The 87s feel a little bit more fragile in the front end, and the visuals are outstanding. They get floppy bumpers and wheels flying off and stuff. During testing last night, we saw a wheel just randomly rolling around, just like we have out here on the track right now. It was excellent.
Good. Outstanding in a field.
Shout out to Tyler Stang for that 737 Max livery as well. Hope it doesn't catch on fire.
Right?
Well, the Max didn't catch on fire. It just
It just crashed.
Just lost all attitude control and just went into the Oh yeah. Must be at stall. Let me nose down, sir. You're at 1,000 feet.
Oop. The wheels rolling across the infield there. It's very
It's always a good sign.
natural Lemons race. I'd say we have between 2 and 5 cars lose a wheel during a typical Lemons weekend.
I lost a wheel one race in North Corvette Museum.
Yeah.
We sheared a rear axle, right? The stub axle just took the whole corner, the rotor, and the bearing inner race just boom, launched right out of the car.
Hey. There's probably a photo of that somewhere in our archives, but
I have a great photo of it, but not handy, not on this computer. It's on my phone, buried away somewhere.
Nice. Just crashed iRacing. Awesome.
we need the technical difficulties from The Simpsons.
Please
with
stand by.
The dog pulling the plug out of the wall. All right. I'm
So
sure.
did you crash your instance or did you crash the server? Are we taking
I crashed my instance. Yeah, the server's not local, luckily.
Lady Albernon is reporting that the session is now down.
This session is
and mate.
Hold on, let me make this picture bigger now, because this is going to be more applicable than ever.
Check and mate. The server's not hosted locally. Does it always make that sound? Only when it's
We thought this might happen because it's been I think it's interesting that it waited till I decided to drive for it to do it, but that's okay.
Correlation equals causation.
Oh man, yeah, F's in chat for everything.
Cool. So we have some time to kill.
Well, this is what you get.
Yeah. You guys want to hear me eat pizza on the air?
Yeah,
let's do it. I can explain the flavor of this Dogfish Head Slightly Mighty IPA. Ooh. Eric can explain the pizza. Yeah, the Dogfish Head Slightly Mighty is my new favorite go-to spring summer beer. It's not like work beer. It's not like a Miller Lite or a Coors Light that's super cold. That's really close to water. It's what do they got this? It's like monk fruit sweetened.
Okay.
IPA, and it's a low alcohol. It's not like a 9.7% IPA. It's like a 4-point-something%, and it is just a super good beer.
Excellent.
Yeah, highly recommended.
If you're somehow just joining us, we managed to break iRacing, so we got some time to kill. So we'll just when's the next session?
We got Bob from the physics department and Ryan working on what exactly happened. I'm sure Nate Slavine and I'm missing who's the other alien that sets all this up.
It's mostly Nate. It's Nate's fault. It's always Nate's fault.
The smart iRacing people are, I'm sure, working on this. So
I'm sure. Well, I mean, Nate's success record is about 125 to 1 at this point. So we'll spot him one here.
There's a much better chance of success if I'm not involved, and Nate's doing really, really well.
Yeah, it's I think Bob accidentally Alt F4'd. Good call. While he was watching this, and Ope.
Yeah, Ope for sure. Midwest. Oh.
Oh, let me get by you there, eh?
Oh, who's the comedian? Charlie Varens that does the Midwest comedian? Does all the Midwest nice stuff?
Yeah. Him and Jim Gaffigan are kind of cut from the same
Next
cloth.
server launches in 1 minute. That's the good news.
Yeah. So we'll call that one a wash and jump over to the next race. Probably take
next
a while
one
to
is
get it
Max
loaded.
Speed Delta Force. Using careful research and precise methods, we researched the effects of 260 mile per hour impacts, the automotive equivalent of a machine gun full of scalpels. It is iRacing Super Speedway with the unrestricted COT NASCARs, 87 NASCARs, Lotus 49s, and the ND Miata.
The car of tomorrow.
We did some test runs during the E1R race last Monday for basically the setup for this race. And depending on what cars we had, we were reaching speeds without drafting in excess of 240 miles per hour. So those poor Miatas are just going to be lunch.
69 viewers. Nice.
This has winning getting set up for all over. Oh, yep, girding up now.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Gridding for what?
No.
The server crashed. There's no...
No, the next race. For warm-up.
grid. It's not. We're not gridding. Launching. Yeah, gridding would be like the race is starting. Gotcha.
I'm just repeating what Lady Aubernon stated.
Yeah. I was like, that's why I was confused. I was like, wanting clarification.
Nothing is fucked here, dude.
Nothing
Nope.
is fun. You're not
Server is
wrong,
up.
Walter. You're just an asshole.
Why does everybody compare everything to Vietnam?
Well, there is a literal connection, dude. No, Walter, there isn't. Well, we shouldn't be quoting the dude. It's coming up on St. Patty's Day week. We got to quote Boondock Saints.
Soggy
today's
saying he
Pie
will
Day,
send you
by
a
the
tip
way.
on Oli lambs to get more pizza eating noises.
Yeah? All right. It is Pie Day. I figure you guys
It
might
is
want
Pie
to
Day.
hear
We had we had pizza for
pie.
dinner too for that reason. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I was at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory for the big Pi Day, 3.1415. 5 years ago, or so it would have been 6 years ago. Holy, you want to talk about being in Nerd Central for Nerd Holiday.
Was it a Mobius strip?
It was, they had an entire hallway, and every one of them brought in pies.
That
So it was
is,
this giant potluck of like every possible kind of pie that you could come up with.
were there mince pies?
There was mince pies and meat pies and, you know, all the whole spread. It's quite good.
Blood pie and the whole
Chicken
thing.
pot pies and all that, yeah. I am not complaining. It was quite good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Pie Day. What kind of pie do you like? I'm an apple pie guy.
Apple's
pie
good.
Apple
I'm
pie a la mode is where it's at.
I'm a cherry or rhubarb pie kind of guy, and you know, pumpkin if it's the appropriate Thanksgiving sort of holiday thing, but not really my super jam.
Yeah, I can't get into pumpkin pie. It doesn't do it for me, man.
I can seasonally because I don't have it year round, but like I can eat rhubarb or cherry pie anytime.
Huh.
I had a good blueberry pie last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm not exactly sure. Quite good.
Blueberry pie, also good. This is the kind of hard-hitting commentary you're going to get on the Lemons iRacing League. You're not going to find this with NASCAR.
Right after server down.
That's right. Yeah, that's part of the Sunday night lineup is server down at 8 p.m. After Murder, She Wrote,
That's how we
server
roll.
down. That's right. So this is a 3-mile oval. Is that right, Ryan?
Yes, sir. 3 miles. iRacing Super Speedway in Concord, Massachusetts. See how fast Andrew can go here.
Doing pretty solid there, yeah.
No draft in 235? Yeah, I would say that's pretty quick.
On lap one.
On lap 1, yeah. Can't wait till he crashes. The kinetic energy from 245 miles an hour is amazing
Right?
with a 3,500 pound car.
Exactly.
Should get a couple more people in here as people migrate over from the session that we killed iRacing with. I'm not super up on my NASCAR history. The Car of Tomorrow was like the 2008-ish car. Is that right?
2009, I believe.
Aren't we still on the Car of Tomorrow?
Nah, they kind of.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh, I do like the damage model. That looks proper.
Yeah. Oh, that was. Everybody died there. People in the stands died. People in Boston died there. That was. He totally didn't mean to spin. I think that's not sure who that is coming out of the pits. But boy, that couldn't have been planned any better. Just got waifu'd to the moon.
I do like the damage model. That is nice.
Yeah, you better start with all your Fs for that one. T-boned at 235.
Poor Chris is out of gear.
Yeah. Oh, he probably didn't change the rear end.
Nope.
Yes, on the 87s, you do have to dial in the rear end for some of these super high-speed tracks.
Yeah, here we go, hauling.
Pretty solid. It's going to be one of those relatively boring races until the instant of complete destruction and then back to boring again.
Yep.
That's right.
Josh stepping out apparently to go beat up an Amazon delivery man, as I think we've all been in that position where your crap gets dropped on the wrong doorstep.
Can't even, those guys are just doing whatever the box tells them to do. They're not they're not reading street signs, man. When that thing says stop in 100 feet, they're stopping in 100 feet and they're chucking it on whatever doorstep is there.
Oh, he dead. He's super dead. Wow. The Dazzle camo, yeah. Man. Stunned silence and it's virtual racing. That's crazy.
Yeah. Ooh, aw. Avoiding carnage.
Somebody else dead on the front straight there. Kevin Mobes usually has some kind of waifu livery going on there. He's got the abacus. Yes.
Oh shit. There it is.
Very
excellent.
There it is. Give me an overhead shot. Perfect, right there. No, there we go. Oh, that's really good. Thank you, Kevin, for indulging our really stupid joke. That's kind of what the whole purpose of this is, anyway. And he's got Jeff Gordon's Fisherman on the back.
Looks like a TI-84 Plus. Yeah, with an abacus.
With an abacus on it.
Yeah, excellent. There's layers and layers there.
Got the waifu. Oh, they're dressed up like Kiss. The waifu, so that works. Wow.
Kevin going all out there.
Yeah, that's good. That could be a recurring theme. That's good enough. It can be a keeper.
Yeah. I like the Cox Giga Blast worked in there as well. Very well done. Any race car with Ralph Wiggum on it is a good race car.
Not to be confused with the drink that was supposed to sponsor this drink.
Nice. Yeah, there's some drama with the. Yeah, there's drama with that.
Okay, as a not car guy, what is that? What's the drama?
Okay, so this is supposed to be. If you played NASCAR 2003, this track was Coca-Cola Super Speedway, and there was a thing on Twitter that is like, what do we have to do to get it back? And Coke told them, so they did it, and this track got delayed because Coca-Cola didn't approve their name being on it or something. So instead of continuing to delay it, iRacing just went ahead and decided to make it the iRacing Super Speedway. So if you're fans of Papyrus and have ran 2K3, you're probably familiar with the Coca-Cola Speedway Super Speedway variant. So I believe that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Wow, that is layers of
That's
gaming.
a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aaron Lyman going for it too. There you go. Apparently this is well known
like
in the
it's like a Bobby Allison maybe throwback. Yeah, let's see.
it's like a
Bobby Allison signature.
caffeine free.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the old people version of Coke.
Yeah, it's always got the gold instead of white. Yeah.
Hauling trash.
We're
Ooh,
glad
BFI. Ooh, throwback. I remember BFI.
Is that
Very nice.
Is that like waste management?
Yes, exactly. Midwest.
Yeah.
Surprised you're not familiar. Yeah.
No, BFI must have been further south. We have the waste management. It's the big. Oh, that's really good. The battery. Man, that's well done.
Nice. Lady A, crushing it.
Yeah, nailed it.
HendrickHatesMe.com. Also out of gear, I believe. Oh, he's going fast enough for it not to matter, though.
At 246, yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, it's just pegged.
Everything that draft, yeah. Wow. Yeah, the speedometer on the dash doesn't read that high. Yeah.
Pegged. Ooh,
I'm not touching
screaming.
that joke. I'm sure
Which
Soggy
joke?
will be in here with an Only Lambs joke in just a moment about that. Oh man, there's like a big bump coming onto the straightaway too. That's crazy. It looks like the Monza leap.
It's an 87
Yep.
NASCAR front brake rotor that's been paved over for 14 years.
Yeah. Oh, he dead.
Oh.
They both dead. F's in chat for those two. Oof. Santiago on the unfortunate receiving end of that one. The big oof. Jared Duclos up the track. David Sunflower Seeds. Man, I haven't seen a David Sunflower Seeds
Yeah.
bag in forever. Dill pickle. Even.
kind of a big deal.
Aha. Man, I chewed millions of sunflower seeds during baseball season as a kid.
Baseball. Yep. There you go, Uncle Dave. Nice.
And I think that's Nate Schlavine in the other one. And he's still doing donuts.
Oh God.
And Andy Pullman's dead again.
Yeah, that again. That's
Oh.
when we raced.
He blinked
Like
out
a-
just in time there. Yeah.
When you
When we
race
die,
the
we do it
Legacy
right.
87s on the Legacy Daytona or any of these car tomorrows on an open track, and you're hitting speeds of well over 200 and change, that's well above roll velocity, takeoff speed for aircraft. Like,
Yeah.
sim racing or not, things are happening fast and mistakes occur even faster.
Right. Yeah. I never thought about it in terms of, 737 takeoff speeds, but yeah, that tracks. Man. Spencer Pete back in this one. I see some Buzz Lightyears on pit lane there.
Yeah, Boeing 737 is rolls at 150.
Yeah.
757 rolls at 160 is its roll, takeoff speed. An Airbus A340, that thing weighs 500,000 pounds. That's 571,000 pounds at takeoff, and it takes off at 180.
Yeah.
Like, these cars, you're moving faster than the speed of, flight.
Right. Takes a bit of work to keep them on the ground, it turns out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Stunt Granny Tyler is the only Miata. Tyler's the only Miata out there.
Well, we're going to need a view from inside his car. Yeah. The closing speed's going to be about 100 miles an hour, I would say. Maybe. Man. Yeah, Concorde was over 200. That is true. I think it was close to 220. Huh.
What's up, Kimmy? How we doing?
Yeah, F for Tyler in the Miata whenever he's out there. 248 in the draft. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The huge lane change there across the back is pretty amazing.
The F-104 Starfighter was like a Dorito chip with a giant motor, yes. So yeah, since it didn't... There's some physics involved, like fighter aircraft don't have lifting wings.
Right.
They lift based off of angle of attack. They use delta V, almost using the rocket equation for maneuvering rather than traditional lifting wings. So it's a little different game. Moving into the fighter aircraft vice the lifting surface wings of conventional aircraft. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I blacked out there. I got nerdy for a minute.
What the hell?
I grabbed
again, speaking of takeoff speeds, yes, that this is what happens when you try to fly a car.
I was taking a screen cap of the two Days of Thunder cars together, and as I took it, it was the moment that the lead one absolutely smoked the stopped car.
There's a Skippy just doing its thing out there.
Yep. That's the Lotus. Yeah, it's Dave. Yeah. Look at the distance.
Look at this.
The camera can't even track him. Yeah, he gone.
Just blinked out of existence. Yes, Jim, to space. He went to space.
It's gonna be like that. Must have all happened in about a half second. Yeah.
Again, it's a NASCAR race, so it's boring for 485 of the 500 laps. 15 crashes and that's the race.
I agree, Kimmy. Somebody should call SpaceX.
What's that look like from Nate's view behind him?
Just a car just gone.
That must...
There you go. And
oh yeah, way gone.
Oh yeah, Bob's gonna have a talk or two on Monday. That's the new damage model, because that happened right when the rear wheel touched the fender of the lead car.
Yeah,
like they merged and then the rear wheel caught and it did its whole
the bounce.
Yeah.
Nate Chauvin sent us a note, by the way. It says Tyler Stank in the Miata gonna stay on the racing line with his mirrors off to keep things interesting in the race. So we'll see how that goes. Another 20 minutes left to warm up. Again, if you're just joining us, the race that was supposed to be playing right now crashed. We killed iRacing. We killed that session. So we are running we're broadcasting the extended warm-up of the following race instead that everybody's jumped into.
Look how steep that banking is. That's nuts.
Yeah. I love the drafting there right up his chuff. It's pretty great. So this is 87 NASCAR's, the NASCAR car of tomorrow. Beyond it just got absolutely
lunchbox.
Yeah. And then
and the banking, it reminds me, Eric, of the Summit Point.
The bowl, yeah,
the Shenandoah circuit at Summit Point, yeah, the carousel where it's just abrupt, it's flat like this little infield portion, or it's 45-degree angle.
Yeah,
there's no smooth transition either.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a replica of the carousel at the Nürburgring, but it's the West Virginia version.
I was gonna say it's a West Virginia low-budget version of the carousel. Which is exactly what makes it fun.
Yeah. So, like, my understanding is you kind of just aim at it, and then maybe you end up in it at a good angle.
Well, the thing is, you don't want to have to transition it, so you've got to pick if you're going up or down before you get in it, because you cannot transition across it.
Scrape the entire oil pan off. Yeah. And man, that place is wild, and that's part of the reasons Lemons doesn't go there anymore. It's pretty crazy place.
I miss it though.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I miss it.
Well, I mean, it's like one of it's a time and place we could never attempt to even recreate. So, I like the shaky cam, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
People in the chat talking about Monster Jam, as they should be.
Yeah, good friend Evan Pasoko. They're in Tampa this over the weekend for the Monster Jam.
Excellent, man. I've never been, and I feel like I'm too old to like go on my own. But I have a kid, so I just need to use the kid as the excuse to go see Monster Jam, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't even feel bad about it.
Yeah,
Through the smoke. I know you can make it. Oh, Tyler stank.
Oh. Tyler gets killed for the 12th time during warm-up. Never lifts, though. Well done. Oh, Chris Cieslak, by the way, in the no pedal race, was using a 3D printed, very tiny steering wheel.
Nice. Is there a picture?
Yeah. Where is it?
I'm actually setting up some 3D printing right now.
Nice.
Doing some metal bending jigs.
I don't see it, but I remember him talking about it during the week and catching bits of the Discord conversation.
Nice.
Let me see if I can tag you in it here.
Excellent. Actually, tag Ryan in it. He can grab the photo easier. Somebody asking if we could go to the Nürburgring and run lemons there. No. The answer is no for many reasons, not least of which would be safety, but it would be pretty epic.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. That would not be a good idea.
Yeah. But we also are not expanding internationally anytime in the near future. So, yeah. Unless somebody wants to pay us lots of money to do it. All right, yeah, there's the tiny steering wheel on the PlayStation controller.
That's pretty cute.
And, This is the kind of comments that we love seeing on Lemons. Like, I seen someone 3D print a YouTube butt plug. There you go.
I don't know what a YouTube butt plug is.
I don't know.
Big shame. The YouTube in the beginning is the weird part.
Yeah.
Do you put the YouTube in it, or does it go into the YouTube, or
Yes.
is it on video? Like I don't.
Is this a Scotty Kilmer thing? I feel like it's a Scotty Kilmer thing.
I feel like I'm getting set up somehow. Like this can't be.
I don't know. You won't believe this one cool trick.
Top doctors don't want you to know.
Follow this cool tip, the butt plug your YouTube.
That's right. Oh, it apparently just had a logo on it. So the play button on it, is that?
But
You know what? I don't need to know.
I don't
really
even
need
know where to go with that. Like,
we may be rapidly approaching the end of the internet.
not gonna argue with you there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
That was a thing, right? Then there was some page that was the end of the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I remembered that right. They couldn't tell you what was on it, but I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell you that it's probably butt plug related. So
I don't know why it wouldn't be at this point in my life.
Right.
Like I can only see that's how my life goes.
It's instead of turtles all the way down.
It's just butt plugs.
It's just butt plugs all the way down. Yep.
Oh, Dave Carpenter, Uncle Dave, and Aaron. There's 2-3 Philadelphia racers going on here.
Yeah. Well, Uncle Dave's been to the moon already during the warm up, so.
And he is not normally one to launch too bad.
That was an honest crash with somebody who had crashed before and stopped on the.
Well, I was gonna say it's definitely the physics model, crash damage model changing. You know, probably tossing a few people some curveballs.
There you go. Somebody has the internet last page in the chat. There you go. internetlastpage.com.
Ask and ye shall receive.
It's a beautiful thing. That's the good thing about the internet, but it's also the bad thing.
Yeah. Gets a little sporty there for a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, frequently it's you didn't ask and you received anyway. So. I have the gallery pulled up from NCM looking for your lost wheel pick to go back several minutes.
There's a picture of me coming in past the pits, riding on the flatbed with my fucked up car. just looking dejected.
That's a rite of passage in Lemons is to come in with,
Well, Chris Abbott was
sad face.
Chris was driving when the axle sheared.
That's right.
And I was just in like shorts and flip flops because it was on Sunday. You know, like I'm done with my stint, everything's all good to go.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in the car, and then wah wah.
Yeah, Chris will drive the end of the day, and he'll just drive it right on the trailer.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
That was exactly how it was. And hey, the guys were super great. They literally put the rollback back of the trailer, the rollback pickup. They set it right on the back of the trailer and just pushed the car right onto the trailer. Like they were like, well, you ain't got no wheels. You're not going anywhere. We might as well just set the car down on your trailer. You can't put it on the trailer any other way. Again, great people.
Yeah, that's I'm excited to go back there. I think that's gonna be a good race.
More than one Lemons racer has had their car loaded with a forklift.
I mean, I tend to think that most Lemons racers, when they acquire their car, there's a forklift involved.
I'm not gonna lie there. Not gonna argue that. That's probably pretty sound.
Yeah. Hey, it's me doing the robot arms. There you go. If you've seen the Lemons car spotting videos on the 24 Hours of Lemons YouTube channel, we do we will feature the cars that you tag on Instagram with hashtag Lemons car spotting, and that is our patented way of picking whether Nick or I are choosing the hooptiest car we find or the car we want to see most in Lemons. So he'll tell me to stop.
Of course, there is a GIF of it. That's an endless. Of course, there's an endless GIF of it.
This is, I mean, if we're going to talk about highlights of being on an internet personality, I mean, having a GIF made of you is pretty much it, I think.
That's the pedigree.
That's right. I like that this track is like 14 miles wide, by the way. It's pretty
it's huge. It's huge.
Kevin Mobes in the maybe Abacus car. I'm not sure what he's rocking with the Impala. Ooh, I like the transparency there. Yeah, he's got the Abacus car. Yeah, my kid asked me about school, speaking of transparency. You know, the whole what was it like when you were in school? And I tried to explain overhead projectors to her and transparencies, and I had stopped after like 3 sentences. I was like, you know what? No kid in the world is going to believe this. So, film strips, none of it.
What's crazy is there's value in some of those things, and I was just in a course that uses a camera pointed down, and it used to be called an Elmo, where the camera pointed down that went through the reflectors and prisms to point it back up and all that stuff. Yeah. And but this is like the modern version of it, so it's a sweet document camera, and then you do your thing there. But the old projectors with transparencies, let alone a mimeograph, like the blue ink is lost forever on children.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that was a opaque projector you're talking about.
Yeah, the Elmo. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, that is exactly it.
Yep. I like the McDowell's livery, by the way. I seen that was some kind of NASCAR knockoff paint scheme on and the Buick is absolutely money. Not sure who that is, but it's Spencer Pete. A+ work right there. The Buick Lacrosse.
Well done.
That doesn't say 7-Eleven, does it?
No, it's the 7 Munchies.
Munchies, okay. Bill
Sucker.
Body fat.
The Oops logo there.
Yeah. Consider it gone, yes.
Well done, Bobby.
For oops. Well, it's right there in the name.
I really like that Buick. That's really well done. I don't know why I like that so much, but there it is. What would Buick's NASCAR have been in 2008? It would have been like a Lacrosse or something. Nobody even knows what they were building in 2008. Like, can you name something from the 2008 Buick model line?
No.
Peyton Manning in a commercial? Or,
yeah, that maybe. Was he their spokesperson? Roundabout. Oh man, Mortal Kombat NBA Jam on there. I'm into it. NBA Jam, man. Hours and hours of my life playing NBA Jam.
So according to Google, Lacrosse Enclave or Lucerne. I think Lucerne is the mid-size car, so the Lucerne.
Jesus, talk about forgettable GM crap. I mean, the Lucerne would have been a Malibu, right, then?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly
Malibu
right.
Chassis.
Yeah.
Could you imagine paying a premium for a Chevy Malibu with, fake wood applique and fake leather?
Yeah.
GM. Man.
Denali of the Buick world.
Yeah, a Buick Rainier, wasn't it? Maybe the Rainier was something else. Also,
the Rainier was an SUV.
Yeah, it was. The Buick Rendezvous, as Spencer Pete does a nice almost save there. was a long slide. But the Buick Rendezvous, I think, is uglier than a Pontiac Aztec.
I actually have one of those parked across the street from my house right now. They've been changing wheels and tires on it for the last 2 years and updating the license plates, but it has never moved.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, I just was in Ohio where it's like Pontiac Aztecs parked in the back of the lot every single time. But yeah, the Rendezvous, horrible thing. Hellman's ketchup, by the way, is pretty great.
Go.
I like that they aimed for him too.
Yeah.
We're coming down to the last couple minutes.
There's the final adjust. Yeah, I'm gonna hit right here. Yeah, not just gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him right on the rear axle.
Yep.
All right.
Good distance,
on the axle.
bro.
And if you're gonna hit a car, that's how you want to do it. You want to line up a headlight to an axle. Your headlight to their axle. Pick a headlight, pick an axle.
Yeah, the Rendezvous was the Aztec's platform mate. They were the same thing, basically. Which is to say, fantastic machines.
Wasn't Phil been begging for an Aztec?
Well, we got one. We got one. Chris Overzet on the West Coast found one and bought the tent for it. So
yeah, with the special pop up.
Yeah, which is great. And then somebody built it, bought it from Chris, took the cage out of it, and has driven it on the street.
Yeah, uses it like an Aztec because
exactly.
Aztec people are like weird.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Aztec will. Anything that has some amount of distinction will find a niche. Like, give it 30 years as the McDowell's car also had its space there. Miata mover, that's also but excellent. But yeah, I just think the Aztec will, whether you think it now or not, will be something of a collector or classic or a well-remembered car like the Fiero is now.
Yes, and it will harken back to a bygone era that no one who actually had one is excited about. It's all people who didn't have one. People who owned a Fiero when the Fiero was uber cool, they don't own Fieros anymore. People who didn't own a Fiero back in the day want a Fiero.
Yeah, totally that. Yeah, and then they own a Fiero and they're like, wow, this thing, it sucks. It sucks hard. Yeah. The people who bought them new were telling you that, so.
Yeah, and you wouldn't listen. They're like, no, I owned one. You don't want to get one. Oh, no, man, I really want one.
It's mid-engine. It's just, it's like the MR2, and no, it's not at all.
It's just like the Lambo.
Craig Calavito asking what track this is. This is iRacing Speedway, I think it's called. Super Speedway. It's 3 miles.
iRacing Super Speedway. Yes, sir.
There we go. Aztec equals Edsel. That is a great comparison. Yeah, that's totally it. The Edsel has some style, though. If you can get over the nose of it, it's of its era, I think.
I believe we're going to have an Edsel before too long in Meat Space Lemons.
Yeah, I think Russ Passewald up in the Pacific Northwest has been working on one. We were supposed to have one at my first race in 2010. There was a guy who was going to put a Jaguar V12 into an Edsel and had the car, had the engine, had put the roll cage in, was about to put the engine in, and the guy had a stroke. And he was fine mostly, but he couldn't race and he couldn't really work on cars quite the same after that. So project ended up stalled. The guy who built the roll cage in my Lemons car was the guy who was assembling the car for the dude with the stroke. And I saw the V12, it was at the shop when I dropped off my car to get caged. So there was very, very nearly a Jaguar V12 powered Edsel in Lemons 11 years ago.
That would have been stewing for IOE.
It can
Oh, yeah.
easily turn into the forever project, though. Like, you know, that's a non-trivial amount of work, and if not taken with a deep enough checkbook or like no other projects to get in the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit that I've got a project. I'm 9 years into a 6-month project, so
Yeah.
it's easy to get sidetracked.
Somebody pointing out the AMC Hornet hatch also had a 10 option, and so did the Vega, if you can believe that. The Chevy Vega had a tent camping option on it.
Material fire retardant.
Well, I mean, the upshot of that was the Vega was never getting you to your campsite, but then you could camp on the side of the road. I don't think the Vegas had fire problems, did they?
It wasn't you can camp on the side of the road, then you
would
have to.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
camp on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an option. It comes standard.
33 cars. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, look, it looks like a Le Mans start. Look at that. If I have a camera for that. Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. Look at that. Here, we don't need a starting grid.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That was neat.
No way. This is gonna go pear shaped.
Yeah, this is the pace lap at this track. Is you all slowly pull out Le Mans style.
Nice.
Just
I see
gonna
the
be a
new
cluster.
the new pace car. The first time I'm seeing the new pace car. Also, the generic sedan, I believe it's called.
Excellent.
Take a look at it here.
The generic sedan.
Yeah.
An
Get on the
EcoBoost
pace car.
swapped Edsel sounds
Ooh.
awesome. I'm not gonna lie about
Look
that.
at that.
It looks kind of like a Fusion, kind of like a modernized one.
Is that an iRacing generic sedan? So as not to give
it's
anybody branding.
It's called. It's called the iRacing sedan.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
The badge on the front of the hood there literally is the iRacing guy.
Yep. Yeah, so it is. Well, there's a Lemons theme potential there. It's the iRacing brand model of car.
I think that would probably fit on the Optima pretty well.
Yeah, that does look like an Optima. That's a good call. By the way, I had a rental car this weekend, which was the Kia Sorento. 290 horsepower in an SUV. Pretty great. The one I was given had 40,000 miles on it as a rental, and the wheel bearing made more noise than the exhaust did by several orders of magnitude, as we are in the pre-race pileup on the back straight.
Yeah, the wheel bearings in a 40,000 mile rental car. Ooh.
Yeah.
There's not much you can say, like, you know, that like the bare minimum preventive maintenance was done because they're operating under the pure financial program of like, we're gonna trash this car in exactly 2 years.
Yeah, man, from what I've seen, the usual shelf life of rental cars, they usually get pulled out of the fleet after 30, and like I sit down, start the car, and drive like a block, and the wheel bearing is like whoop 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 whoop. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I see this 39,800 miles on the clock. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I guess we're doing good then.
Yeah.
39,000 Hertz rental car miles. I mean, they make a hell of an off-road vehicle.
Yeah, and the best part was that it's an all-wheel drive car with a locking center diff, which I'm sure is a crappy e-diff, and it was on when I got in the car. So the center diff has probably been locked for 30,000 of those miles at least.
Just yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, it's seen some hard use.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how often do rental cars get taken offline to go get an oil change? Like, that never happens.
When the light comes on, that's it.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, or if they're just code resetting it.
Yeah.
You're getting factory oil when you get a 30,000 mile former rental car. They're like, with factory oil.
All right, let me take you to a place here, Hobbs. You work at Hertz, and your job is to turn this car around. And this car needs to make money all the time. You've somehow figured out that disconnecting the battery resets the engine light.
Yeah. Oh no. Hertz has given you a code tool.
Yeah.
There's no. We don't have time for you to disconnect the battery. You're just gonna plug in and you're gonna erase all codes.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, the two Miatas are lapped at the end before they've even done a lap.
Tyler's thing. This is beautiful.
134 as they rip by him at 245. Oh, it's so good.
He's being passed with 100-mile-an-hour speed differential.
Man.
The closing speed is well above Cessna Roll's rotation speed, you know?
Yeah. It's above Cessna VMAX almost.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll briefly talk of seeing how far we could push a Miata in this setup.
Oh, how fast did it go?
Oh, like pushed with the other cars, like literally physically pushed.
Bump draft with a NASCAR.
That's kind of a good experiment, actually. Just max it out, and then bump draft and put it in neutral. Man, yeah, I don't understand buying an X rental car. I just don't. Maybe it's just because I've seen what rental cars are. I don't know. If you don't have that experience, I guess you don't know.
I know how I rent them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I would never buy any car any rental I drove. Oh, all right. So some of my trips, some of my work trips are like as vanilla as they get. Others, no. I would never get the car after I'm done with it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Not if I was offered to buy it immediately after I drove.
I love the Lotus on its own bouncing off the wall right there. Yeah. That was great. Yeah, you'd have to give me a rental car. That's the only way I would take a rental car.
Yeah.
Paying any amount of money for it. I like the head as roll bar though. It's a good look. Duct Tape and Dreams saying he's always cautious with rentals, terrified of having to pay for something. What you do is you buy the full replacement waiver. It's like $15 a day.
Absolutely.
Totally worth it. And you beat the hell out of the car. And when it breaks, you call them and they bring you another one. It's the greatest thing in the universe.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they still do that after the CKY2K video 20 years ago where they rented a car and were driving it through like soccer goalposts because they paid the $9 in insurance.
Yeah.
I had a whatever year, this was 4 years ago, Toyota Sequoia 4-wheel drive, whatever, the big, Land Cruiser wannabe, out in Arizona on the bombing ranges in southern Arizona by the Mexican border.
Right.
And my job was to work out on those ranges. And when I brought
a rental car, yeah,
with a rental 4-wheel drive, right? And when I brought it back, it looked like someone had like a steel comb and had just done paint, like artwork from front to back down the sides, because all the cactus and all the dry Arizona like branches and with sand worked into their branches, and I'm just bombing like baller, like I paid the $9 a day or $15 a day, right? Because I give no F's. When I turned it in, I handed the keys, and I was like, "You're really gonna need to get this clean." And they're like, "Very well, sir."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "It's not gonna clean. There's no cleaning that out.
There's no cleaning
that.
Yeah.
There's no waxing that remotely good, But they knew exactly what they're doing. We would rent them out of Vegas, and we'd rent 2 minivans and 4 Yukon XLs, and then we would ask, "We need 2 full-size spare tires for each Yukon." and they would, yeah, they're like, "Oh yeah, we know exactly what you're taking them to the range, aren't you?" We're like, "Yep." And they're like, "We understand." You pay the money, they're going to give you the car. That's their business.
Yeah, and I remember once, like, I ended up at the rental car agency. Who cares, like, and there's some big ridiculous scuff on the car that was on there when I had rented it or whatever. And they looked at it like, well, that's huge, and like, then they looked down at the paperwork like, oh, I got you paid for it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Like, they were gonna, if you don't pay for it, they don't hassle you that much.
Yeah. If I'm doing like in-town stuff, the car, I'm gonna return it with like babied and no miles. But if I'm doing work out in the middle of nowhere, I give no F's about it, because you rent what you need and drive it like you need to.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I feel sad inside that the Impala is no longer available as the rental car, because that was the Maserati of rental cars.
Oh yeah.
Totally where it's at. Yeah, Mike Bruce pointing out that you always look up how to turn off traction control while still in the rental lot.
Oh, absolutely.
It's extremely rare that there's any part of a manual left in the car for that exact reason.
Oh, yeah.
They always take the manuals out of rental cars.
Yeah, and then the dirty secret, or the one that catches you, is when they take the spare tire and the spare everything out, because they want you to call and get a new car delivered. But I'm like, no, you're not going to want to bring one to me. I'll bring it to a pavement, and then I'll call.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need the spare tire.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. But also, like, Enterprise Commercial, they're great. If you need tow vehicles or like box trucks, or if you need industrial vehicles, if you need to rent a fifth wheel, F-350 to haul a gooseneck trailer, Enterprise Commercial is awesome. And you're dealing with you will pay significantly more, but they have a whole commercial line that is amazing, because they're used to dealing with corporate customers.
Yeah, like Amazon, to bring it back.
Yeah. Well, that Amazon driver gives no F's about that car either.
Oh, yeah, not even a little bit. Yeah.
Our very own Ron Harrington actually used to prep new Amazon delivery vans for a job, and so he has some horrible PTSD every time one of those drives by.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is a picture from NCM that I posted a little bit earlier.
Yeah, with the sideways bus.
The sideways bus and the Corvette racing themed Pontiac Transport.
Was that Bad Decisions?
Yeah, that's Bad Decision.
Kofi, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was one of my favorite. There were a lot of really good cars at that race. There was the vans, plural. That was the first time Save the Tata showed up with the Seville.
The Bustleback.
Bustleback Camaro, which is great. There's a lot of really good racing going on, by the way. The front of the field, which is pretty awesome.
They're actually good here.
Yeah, and they're going to be dusting the Miata here on the front straight. Yeah, the Miata had about 500 yards of head start on the front straight, and they passed them before the start finish.
Yeah.
Larry Horse pointing out that he rented a lacrosse for the drive from Chicago to Miami for the Super Bowl the Bears were in. Yeah, GM front-wheel drive stuff will just take an unholy beating. And he makes the important point that you would never buy one, but they are great rental cars. And there is a certain category of cars that are extremely of that ilk. They are great
fleet
rental cars, but you would never in your right mind own, a top trim Impala or a Chrysler Pacifica minivan,
Dodge Caravan minivan. It's an okay minivan, but it is an outstanding government fleet vehicle.
100%, yeah. And I was actually supposed to have one this weekend, but the Hertz sucked so hard that they didn't. It was not on their printout. I don't know who has a printout still in 2021, but they're like, it wasn't on our paper, so we don't have the car.
Yeah, the Dodge Caravan, I would not want to own one, but when I see one on the fleet lot, when I need to grab a vehicle from either the government or from a company, I'll take that. That's a battle wagon, man. The thing.
By the way, mad props to Eric Byro for that save right there at 230 miles an hour. That was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crown Vics, I wish they were still in rental fleets. And the Chevy SS was in rental fleets if you knew where to look for them.
The Ford Taurus, not even the SHO or the Interceptor, that's a good solid rental car.
Yeah. Anything with like 300 horsepower is a good rental car. The Impala was that. I don't think there's anything like that Chevy makes anymore. The Chargers are okay. They're okay rental cars, but I'll miss the Impala.
Yeah, as Mike said, the air at 230 really helps correct a spin. Yes. Yeah, I mean, there are aerodynamic, legit aero going on here. People put a wing on a Civic, but this is legit aero.
Yeah, it's funny. The Nissan Altima Maxima, those are okay rental cars. I don't know, Nissan hasn't built a good car in a really long time. But the aero on Lemon's cars, mostly it's we found this wing at the junkyard and we'll put it on. But there are a few people who have built cars with functional aero that make the car quicker.
Anything out of Knox Vegas lowballers.
Yeah. But, you have to drive a car hard for the aero to make a difference. And in general, in Lemons, you're not doing that a ton. It improves some stability in the faster cars to make them...
When you've squeaked everything else out...
Yeah, exactly.
And you are consistently in second or third by less than 2 minutes... It's time to maybe look at that. Like maybe you can get a little bit more rear end grip, and maybe you can get a little bit more stability, and and then you can drive it a little harder. But I will tell you, I'm not at that level.
Yeah.
Three Pedal Mafia as a whole, they worked for two-ish years driving the rubber off the car to get to where that mattered, and then they said we're never doing it again.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It is, and it will, like a lot of things, it sucks the fun out of it.
Good to see a Buick in the lead, by the way. Well done, Carl Edward. Hyundai Accent. I gotta say, most of the Korean stuff is decent as a rental car. Not great, and probably not good for heavy-duty stuff, but for normal around town stuff, they're totally adequate.
My father buys a brand new Hyundai every 8 years, and he's
that sounds right. Yeah.
He's like, I give it one oil change. This is in Wisconsin. He's like, they get one oil change
for 8 years.
He's like, I just beat the hell out of them. He's like, they're disposable. They're done.
What is the warranty on them? It's like 7 years, 100,000 miles or something.
As soon as that's done, he's like, I'm done with it. The next year he sells it. He's like, whatever, man. He's like, I don't even do my own work. And this is a guy who had like cylinder hones and ring groove cleaners and like rebuilt everything that ever existed. Now he's 75, but now he's like, just buy a new one every 8 years, 8-9 years. As soon as that's out of warranty, I'm selling it.
Well, at that point, you're basically buying an oven, right? Like it's the picture of an appliance. Like you don't ever want to touch it. You don't want to do anything with it. You buy it from the Lowe's or whatever.
Who calls a washing machine repairman?
Yeah, does not.
When your washing machine blows out, you go buy another one, right?
Yeah, this is America, man.
Yeah. It's exactly it. It's disposable. He puts the little class trailer hitch on there so he can pull his little kayak, his 2 kayak or 1 canoe trailer. That's the shitty Harbor Freight trailer with a plywood canoe carrier or a kayak carrier.
Yeah.
Self-tapper screwed to it. Yeah, it's that. It works, and I can't find fault in his plan.
No, I mean, because on the one hand, as a car person, you're like appalled that there is literally no maintenance. But then you're like, well,
there doesn't need to be.
Is anybody going to miss it when it's gone?
It's still on the original tires. He's like, dude, I don't even.
Like a Hyundai Sonata or whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And me as a car, I'm not a car guy, but like Lemons Racer, etc. I'm like, you're not doing anything. He's like, nope, I don't do anything.
Oh, and there goes the Buick. Have some chat for Carl Edwards' lead. Buick Motorsports goes down the tubes.
It's actually
the guy
Spencer
who bought
Pete.
me.
Spencer
Carl
Pete,
Edwards
okay.
is in the Dega, like instead of Sega. Dega.
Oh, that's right.
Right. The guy who bought me a broken postal Jeep and made me fix it for my first car
Right.
does zero work on Hyundais.
Yeah, they are actually decent Lemons cars, as Saki points out in the chat. Somebody asking if we've had them, and yeah, I mean, they're well built's not the right word, but they are durable, I guess I should say. You shut the car door on an accent, you feel like you're slapping a piece of paper against the wall. But they take a beating pretty well. Top 25-ish cars if you drive it reasonably well and keep it out of trouble. Competently built. Yeah, I mean it's like Korean electronics, like they work.
Yeah.
Or Korean appliances. Yeah.
They're not the best, but
they're not
they
exciting.
don't cause you problems. Yeah, you're never going to show it off.
Yeah. That's well said. Yeah.
You're never going to show it off, but it will always
saying it's a Mitsubishi Mirage, but
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's proud of their Hyundai. That's not a thing. And if you are, you probably own a Genesis and vape a lot.
Not the stereotype.
Not the stereotype, yeah.
Yeah. So just gonna go ahead and field that one.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, parts are easy to find. They're cheap. I mean, they're decent Lemons cars. They're just never gonna be like, oh, there's a Hyundai Sonata, unless it's like an 86, first year they sold them here when they were really bad.
They're Jay Becker. This is the guy who is daily driver. Whoever shops at this smoke shop, Weed Racing, they're daily driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is a Genesis.
It's a Genesis or a Tiburon. Yeah, there's a Tiburon that runs Lemons with I think it's got a K24. They swapped a Honda in it after they'd killed a whole bunch of motors. But, yeah.
around Omaha, we've started playing a game listening to the exhaust notes of older Sonatas and Elantras. They all rust in exactly the same spot out here, and they all sound identical.
That's totally a thing. The late 90s Monte Carlos and Luminas, they all rust in the exact same place. And if you have been in the Midwest for any length of time, you know it's right by the fuel door. They all develop the exact same shape of rust.
Between that and the GM sound of power, you can identify a lot of them at a distance.
Yeah,
that massive downshift.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there. I've heard thousands of GM 3800 V6s with half of a broken exhaust, and yeah, they all sound exactly the same. And yeah, this is the GM sound of power.
That's right, the sound of power. That horrible shift point.
Yeah. Hunting. There it is.
There it is. It's I have to say, this is the final lap of this race. Again, good driving, super boring, just incredibly dynamic crashes.
There's been a lot of crashing.
But Skippy's 9 wide. That's Nick.
Yep. I like the finish on the apron there.
Yeah, I thought that it threw flags at you when you went on the apron. At least on the on the Daytona track, if you're on the apron, it bitches at you. Again, that's a breakdancing on the roof on the cardboard right there.
Oh yeah. Was the 3800 ever sold with a manual? Boy, it's a great.
I don't know if it was ever sold that way, but I've driven lots of 3800s mated to a manual in Lemons cars.
Yeah, I think the front wheel drive one was never like the Robin Hood livery there. That was good. But yeah, only on the Camaros and anything else rear wheel drive that had that motor.
It seems like there was a rare Buick or an Olds that was not a 3800, but the bell housing of the manual front wheel drive transaxle would mate to a 3800, and a lot of people with like the Series 1 3800s was swapping this transmission, and I read this on an Oldsmobile forum years ago, and so they were doing 5-speed manual like Oldsmobile Delta 88s.
That's pretty great. I think the swap that people use is a Cavalier transaxle, as the Crash Fest just carries on slowly all around as we talk about important stuff like manual swaps on Olds 88s. Yeah, 3.1 had some V6 or some manual options as well, I think, on some models. Ooh, what was the Al Jones livery there?
Is that Dogecoin?
Dogs wearing sunglasses.com. Well, I guess
somebody's gonna go to it.
Yep, it's me. Nope. What? It's a redirect to dogs walking with sunglasses. Whatever. Irrelevant.
It's already installed the malware on your computer, so you're good.
Yeah. On it.
I mean, it's no only lambs, but you know.
Yeah.
What is really what is?
Me and Randy Bishop have been trying to think of another website to pester the Lemons staff with, and we believe that we've come up with one for Nick Pond.
Excellent. No spoilers.
Oh no.
I love
Just
the
launch.
it looks like a space launch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the tire contact that's doing this launch in this new physics model. Because every time the tire of the running, the driven tire hits the metal of the other car, you get the launch.
Yeah, that's why you never lift, because he just bounced there because he landed on the rubber.
Is there one more, or is this the final race of the evening?
There's one more. It is all Skip Barber's here, so it should be 9 wide. And
I may not make it through the whole thing this evening, but I will be here for a while, for a little bit more.
Well, we're always glad to have you, Hamza.
This is therapy at this point. In what are we at? We're at March 367th.
Yep.
We didn't know that.
9th. Yep.
1 year ago today was the last normal week anybody ever had.
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
So yeah, at this point,
Friday, everybody.
At this point, it's just therapy.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have gotten some flowers for that anniversary.
Yeah, 1 year ago last week, I was flying out and I was going to go hang out with Mental for a week. I was going to do some work and then hang out with Mental for like the better part of a week out in Vegas. And I got on the plane and took off from here in DC. A couple days prior, I called the customer and I was like, hey, are you good? This shit's getting crazy. There's like stuff happening. They're like, we are good. We are 100% good. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll be on that airplane at 5 o'clock Monday morning. I landed in Vegas to like 9 messages and 25 texts. Yeah, we canceled. Why don't you get out of Vegas? Vegas is shut down. Like, oh, okay.
You just turn around and get a flight out again.
Yeah, United was super cool. I was like, hey, so how does this work? I don't have a job here anymore. And they were like, did you have checked luggage? Yes, I do. And they're like, well, let's see, this flight leaves in 2 hours and 40 minutes. Can you go get your luggage and recheck it? Yes, I can. So went and got my luggage, rechecked it, walked back in, had 2 bourbons and a hamburger, and flew home. And then started the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where my fiance was living at the time, and helping her get her house ready to sell last March, which then didn't sell until November, because you got her all ready to sell it, and then it was like, yeah, nobody's
Not the market we were expecting.
Yeah, so I drove home from Tulsa to Chicago like the weekend after everything had been locked down, and like it was crazy. I-44 and I-55 totally empty, like middle of the day on a Sunday. I was like the only person for miles. It was super creepy.
And you're like, am I in Green Bay during a Packers game? No one's on the road.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah. Yeah, and the roads were, as Stunt Granny points out, the roads were empty for a long time. Anytime you'd have to go anywhere, but
it was weird for a little while, like, it was weird for a long while. It's never going back, right? But the roads in particular, it was cool. It was like, dystopian future kind of cool for a little while. And then it just became shitty. Like, there'd be, motorcyclists doing 125 around the freeway,
Yeah.
Because why not,
Yeah.
Screw the limit. The rules don't matter anymore.
That's right.
I don't fault them. It just got less fun.
All right. Into the last race of the evening here. All skippies at a 3-mile oval. So again, we're going to be finding a lot of what is the actual maximum speed of these things, and parts. There'll be parts everywhere. Yeah. Man. Yeah, somebody pointing out that everything got real old real fast. That's totally true. And we Lemons are very, very excited to be going back and meet space racing at the end of the month in NOLA. And Sonoma after that, and Pit Race after that. We're almost certain that we're going to get those 3 in, and we think that the way everything's going, we should be able to run the rest of our 2021 calendar as scheduled. So very excited for that, and looking forward to seeing you all from 6 feet away still, until things are much closer to normal.
I'm not putting you on the spot, but now is there a thought process with the fully vaccinated? And I'm actually curious. Again, I know this is opinion, not professional statement. With all the vaccine registries, is there discussion about interfacing with that? One place that I've frequented before, they actually said, like, yeah, you can come in here after you verify in front of us that you're on the vaccine registry. And it's one of those businesses, we reserve the right, etc.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's kind of an interesting take on it. It's a good thought process for them.
Ooh, there's
thoughts on that kind of thing. Lady A.
I enjoyed the missile nose.
Missile knows. Well, the missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. That's a great reference.
Holy
awesome,
death.
lady. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. And by subtracting where it isn't from where it could be, the result is that the missile knows where it is.
Look at this explosion. Holy shit.
Yeah. Rip the whole side of both cars off.
It's gonna be this.
It's gonna be this. Yeah.
It's gonna be this. This race is gonna be this.
Well, while we got a couple minutes of warm up for this, I don't know that we've gotten that far down the road, but we do know that we've kind of got an internal plan.
I'm not again.
Yeah. For kind of unwinding all the things we've had to add with the pandemic
Chrissy can't be here.
Right. Yeah. I'll take a screenshot. Make sure she's whatever it is on the Skippy that's unpaintable in the middle of Hank's face is, I don't know why that makes it, but it does.
Oh, it's like oh, that's the deck latch. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind him is, well,
exactly what it looks like. Yes.
it's also a missile that knows where it is.
The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't.
Yeah. I can't talk seriously about COVID things while this is on the screen. I just can't. The banana's good. In any case, we are considering how we're going to kind of unwind our regulations, but we haven't gotten so far as to what the actual nuts and bolts of verifying that kind of stuff is. And until we're at that point, I think it's going to be similar COVID operations to what we did last year, with wearing masks anytime you're in the paddock, not in your trailer, things like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No gatherings, but I think beyond
that's the weird thing is, like, even as the CDC says, like, okay, those that are vaccinated can gather,
right.
Because, and there's some comment about what are people who caught it. Yeah, well, there's more than one strain, so, but those that are vaccinated can gather.
Yeah.
That's a weird. I'm not, again, this is discussion, not opinion, or not policy. There's weird stuff going on because, like, it's gonna get weird as there's, like, literally two different groups of people, well, three, milling about.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you that Jay has been in contact with an epidemiologist who he happens to be friends with, and is somebody who's made a living studying diseases, large-scale diseases. So we aren't totally in the dark about this, but yeah, that'll be a conversation point as we're kind of opening things back up.
Yeah.
Don Homer's Donuts. Yeah, Jif Skippy, Top Gun, man.
Yeah.
Not nearly enough waifu going on there, but oh man, Empire carpet. That is a pull right there. And the car is carpeted also with the texture.
Nova Cannabis.
Was Empire a national thing, or was that just a Chicago?
We had it in Southern Illinois, that's for sure.
Okay. You never know with these things, but yeah. The Tidy Bowl, also great. Ford logo.
Blackout in a can right there.
That's right. Central PA, yeah. Dave Carpenter and Aaron Lineman both running classic racing liveries on there. And another one. You gotta have the right mustache for that, though. Isn't it the Nigel Mansell livery?
Anything that requires a mustache, that's preparation, especially if you show up with said mustache.
That's right. So here we go. What does the drafting actually accomplish here? They're both at 126. I guess.
And there's not enough like actual squared off surface area to create the vortice to draft in.
Right.
You're not really shaving off frontal area.
Yeah, 127 now. They picked up a whole mile an hour down a mile and a half back straight.
The track goes downhill there.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently everybody knows Empire Carpet. That wasn't just a Chicago thing. Good. That makes me feel good that so many more people
Stunt Granny's got the phone number.
Yeah, that's right. 588-2300 Empire.
See, that one was lost on me. Even though I grew up in Wisconsin, I grew up without a TV. So going through the 80s with no 80s TV made like the 90s like a whole new experience when
I appreciate the attempt at a shortcut there. I tried to go out, in, out again. Larry Horse, Chicago win. Ashamed he didn't think of that one. You could still do Eagle Man. Eagle Man still on the table. Eagle Man insurance.
made me think of what's the stuff from Rick and Morty? Bird person.
The Bear Pope car is entangled there. I don't know what's happening.
Neither do they.
And neither does iRacing.
Two people with shitty internet hitting each other is what I think is happening.
All right. About to get underway here.
Load the cannons. Rambler starting on the pole. Big grid, 31 cars.
With Dave Carpenter next to him, so. Dang. 33. It looks like we're doing a rolling start, so.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Tom Pyrek fitting the Eagle Man into the chat there. If you know Eagle Man, then you know it. If you don't, you should YouTube that one. It was like the super budget car insurance company.
Oh yeah.
And the Eagle lays
the Eagle and the General. Like the Eagle was competing with the General.
Yeah, this is before the General, but yeah, it's in the same, not long
Same
before.
vein, yeah.
But yeah, they get in a car crash and a male eagle lays an egg that then hatches with low rates. and of course it was like shot on like, you know, a camcorder, so the quality is just fantastic local commercial. Man, 33 cars. This should be good. It's just like the Indy 500 if there's 33. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, that's how they
31,
train, right?
but yeah, we'll call
31.
it. We'll call it the yeah.
Is there a history
massive
behind the
death.
31?
No. Now the 33 thing is Indy 500's always been 33 spots. 11 rows of 3 for whatever reason. I sure hope this ends up being a 7-wide start. Hope they fan out here. So I think Carpenter's out of position to start the race. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just throw an extra, you know.
Rambler's just inside the pace car.
Did you see the wheels on the pace car come out of the... Oh, Rambler's inside the pace car. I missed his entry into the pace car.
Yeah. That's really well done, actually. Here we go.
That's beautiful, yes.
I wonder how fast this will go bad.
I think it's going to go bad very fast. 5, 4, 3.
There we go.
2. Wow.
I count 6 wide already. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6. There's 6 wide.
I'm going to give it to him.
That's great. Oh, man. They somehow haven't lunched everything in the first corner.
It's like a video game fighter attack squadron from they're like into attack positions. They all spread out or some shit.
There's the first 4.
First 4. Oh yeah.
Have some
Sounds
chat
like
for those 4. Yep.
So Stunt Granny, yeah, us in the broadcast booth, we don't actually get the race stream audio. So to us, this is all quiet. So yeah, if it sounds like a swarm of bees, I can certainly believe it. Yeah, to us, the racing is totally silent. It's just sort of an abstract visual experience for us.
And by that we mean we're usually not talking about anything related to what's happening. 8 wide on the front straight there, by the way.
To me,
And there we go.
oh, looked like it only took one out.
Yeah, there's parts rolling across the track, but sounds like dogs or bees or dogs that shoot bees out of their mouths when they bark.
That sounds horrifying.
It's a Simpsons reference. But yes.
I spent 3 years on that toilet.
That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah,
And there you go. It's eventually working its way down
three.
to
Skippy going the wrong way.
Yeah. It's pretty great. Can't wait till these 3 take each other out.
It's only a matter of time.
That's right.
Or just one upset person comes in from 12th place to just jack the whole front row.
This is pretty great. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is a good evening. This track is ridiculous also in every single possible way.
Does this track exist in Meat Space?
No.
No.
It was from one of the
From the
Pirates
game?
NASCAR
Oh,
game. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think that's right.
You can tell how not a actual like car guy race fan I am. I don't even know basic shit like, is this track real?
It's real. It's real enough for what we're doing. There we go. There's a good non-answer. I like the car on the apron going almost as fast as them. I don't know if we've topped 127. Yeah, I think Jettas or Miatas would be good here. 128. Getting a side draft there. 29 even. But he's up higher, so he can't do anything with it.
I mean, you mean he shouldn't dive bomb in and try to cut inside of one car who left, 95% of a car width between them and the inside line?
I mean, you could.
Nate threw a caution.
All right. You got to bunch everybody back up. I totally get this. Well played, Nate.
Yeah, nice.
It's no less manufactured than actual NASCAR. So
Which I think is
That's right.
perfect. Yeah, how are you going to get a bunch of crashes if everybody's all spread out with room to
It's
work?
gonna take them 10 minutes to catch up to the pace car because they can't
Also
go over
that,
120.
the pace car winning this race would pretty much.
Tonight's winner, the iRacing sedan.
That's right. First win of all time at a Lemons.
Yeah. The V6 pace car goes out there and just hauls balls and catches up to all these skippies. Yeah, run the pace car at 130 and the pace car just pulls away from the pack progressively on the pace lap.
They don't look like they're going any slower. They were under green. Is this the view from the pace car?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is officially Lemons Racing. When your fastest lap is the full course yellow, you know you're in contention for the IOE when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're like, oh, full course yellow. Man, I'm going to have some good lines. Because you're going to
90
just
90 miles
rapping
an
out
hour.
whatever dirt box you're trying to just keep alive for 14 hours.
Yeah, I can think of at least 3 cars that set fastest laps under full course yellow in Lemons.
I did, since Soggy's here. That's Simca. When it was him and I for like I don't know how many hours at Summit Point. Fastest lap, full course yellow.
Yep. The Peugeot 404 on the West Coast also, and the Rolls Royce I think also. The 3-pedal Mafia Rolls Royce ran fast lap under caution.
Absolutely.
Good look at Ron Harrington there.
And you know the driver knows it when you get full course yellow and it's bad, oiled down, whatever, or, like a legit big accident, and everybody's like, oh, full course yellow, and you just see them slow rolling to build the time and distance between them and whoever was in front of them.
Right.
He's just like, why are they going so slow under full course yellow? You're like, oh, they're trying to set a clean line.
Yeah.
you just know. They're like, I just need about a good half a lap, or a quarter of a lap between me and anybody else, and I'm just gonna be able to go full out in my little 80 horsepower Nissan.
Yeah, man. Hesser Brothers Barn and Bailey, the greatest show on earth. That is a great livery, and I hope that's on their real car when they come back to race London this year. Oh yeah, Jamaican bobsled. There we go. Good look at the liveries here. Ferrari. Weed and Tacos. Empire Carpet, of course. The 588 is great. The car number sells it.
You guys couldn't
really
hear
well
it, but I
done.
was playing that over and over again when you guys were talking about it.
Oh,
Just the hook. Just the hook part.
Yeah.
Nigel Mansell, I think, like you said.
Yep.
Banana.
Bananarama.
Strip Barber.
Strip Barber. Yep. Strip Barber showed up somewhere else in the iRacing world. Is that?
Paint by numbers. Paint by numbers.
By numbers? Yeah. I like it. Makes the actual car number hard. Car numbers are hard in iRacing.
We don't know. We don't know, yeah.
besides the Four Loko, is there another joke we're not getting with Santiago's?
I don't know. His name, H. Levine, dumps him under caution.
He just did a nice little pirouette 720 and kept racing.
Yep. Oh dear. Good PBR livery there. Yeah, that.
Dick Trickle. That's what you get. Our piece hit you like a freight. Oh yeah.
Fishes of Janesville.
Well, that Hessers of Janesville. That's their car dealership.
Yeah.
Vicious. So they're through the Looking Glass and are doing a Randy Bish themed livery.
Right.
Yeah. If they did the Bish livery on their real car, that would be through the Looking Glass back into Meat Space.
Yeah. Looks like we're back to racing, or some vague approximation.
We're underrating. Driving fast on a track that is very, forgiving for these cars.
It took 6 minutes to get everybody caught up, by the way. There we are. Nice, good mess of cars going through turn 2-ish.
Man, have you ever been in a live stream for 2 hours just to realize your mic's been muted?
Every day. I do this 7 days a week. Nobody knows about it. How you doing, Randy?
Evening, kids. I'm all right. How are you guys doing?
Did you think you were on, actually?
No. I've been cannonballing a field find B body across 3 states until like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, well, congratulations on making it, I assume.
And what are you gonna do with a B body? Like, did you get like something quality like a Caprice?
Oh, I got the greatest Roadmaster wagon ever built.
Oh, wagon. Okay, good. You should talk with Sasha. Sasha's been using a Roadmaster wagon for his living on the road vehicle, pit vehicle, tow vehicle.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Everybody's dead now.
Yeah, we spent today.
Everybody has now crashed.
They did.
They did. Anyway, go ahead. Tell us about your B-body, Randy.
We spent today testing to see if it does autocross. It does okay.
At an actual autocross event, please tell me that you embarrassed somebody while in a hoopty B-body wagon.
There was a 392 Charger Challenger that might have lost to the Werther's original car.
There's so much shame in somebody right now. They're never going to share that story. They're going to talk about their autocrossing experience and be like, man, it was cool. I'm going back. It's something we got to do.
8 wide, by the way. So what year is your Roadmaster then?
That would be a 95.
95. So that you have the cool LT1 in it then.
So this is, when I say it's the perfect wagon, it is the perfect wagon. It's the 95. It's got the LT1. It's got the tow package, so it's got the air suspension and the posi and all that fun. And also the last 6 digits of the VIN, the numerical GM serial. It is one of 10 cars where the first 5 digits are 42069.
Nice. It's got the sex number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I somehow got to blaze it nice all in one. I can't say no to this.
Where did you find it?
In some guy's field. I saw his ad go live at 2 a.m. I saw the VIN, and I realized that it doesn't matter how much of a car is there. With that VIN, I have to buy it.
Well, I mean, that's a brave assumption that somebody who's listing a Buick Roadmaster wagon at 2 a.m. isn't going to actually stab you and mutilate your corpse afterward. So, I mean, good on you for surviving the initial purchase.
I mean, I feel like that there was a solid 15% chance that was his intention. But then when I got there, he probably just took pity on me, oh shit, I guess I should let him have the wagon.
Won him over with your eyes.
Yeah, you gotta lock eyes. You gotta ask in that pouty voice. Suck them on their finger, and that's exactly how the Louisiana purchase was finished as well.
Winning all around.
I was gonna see if Ronnie would play crickets there, but I appreciate a good Thomas Jefferson joke.
Yeah, we're really hitting all the niche demographics.
There it is. We set the abacus jokes aside since the abacus was done. By the way, the delivery, Randy, was pretty good.
Man, I put together the Slavicus and Slavicus repair by Paul Wall. I bring it in, and the booth brings it up and pronounce it Slavacus, which was the whitest thing I had ever heard in my life.
Oh man. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't here to get your Paul Wall reference. We can't all be sipping.
Indeed.
So what is the plan for the Roadmaster? Is this going to be a Lemons rally car, perhaps?
It's a B-body wagon. It doesn't matter who it's owned by. At this point, it will inevitably be a Lemons rally car.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
They all end up there at some point.
That's what Buick built them for. They just didn't know it, but they were building perfect rally cars.
Some GM engineer in 1987 woke up in a cold sweat and we need to put wood on something. It won't make sense for 40 years, but trust me.
Yeah. Are we building Woodies for the California coast? No. Station wagons for the Midwest.
And
okay, I mean, the marketeering folks are saying it's not really going to work, but you seem sold on it.
There is indeed a good chance it will probably get some solid slab vibes. There's a lot to fix with it, so the opportunity to slab is definitely there.
Fix it in chrome.
So I turned into a camper for last night. I'm passing out in the back, and I'm like, man, why does the rear window tint have runs in it? And then I realized that the window tint was by Sherwin-Williams. The previous owner literally just painted the rear windows.
Yep.
Nice.
Awesome. That's class right there.
Well, if you thin it out, it's kind of like a tint, you know.
Is it partially transparent?
Oh no, it is straight up 0% tint.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he was probably doing horrible things in there. I'll just let your imagination run wild with that.
Well, you can tell one side was like kind of carefully done, and the other's full of runs. So you can tell none of the other windows were open as he was doing this on the inside.
So he was just high as hell. Yeah.
As one is.
James. Yeah. I mean, man. Yeah. Roadmaster's kind of you can do everything with those things. They are the greatest car GM made in the last 25 years, 30 years.
Yeah, I'll sign on to that. For the chat asking about the logistics of racing a Roadmaster, judging by the autocross, my fuel calculations were something like 3 quarts for every 30-second run. I literally couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
My guy in my neighborhood has a B-body drag car that he just hit the point where he has to cage it. He got fast enough, he has to spend more money.
Yeah.
And the amount of fuel that it goes through, it sounds amazing when he fires it up. Like, I'm not a big V8, I'm not an American muscle car guy, or but it sounds amazing when he fires it up. But
Yeah.
the amount of fuel he goes through to drive it anywhere is impressive.
Yeah. The like a Chevy small block revving to 8,000 RPM is a pretty impressive sound, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Coming up on the last 2 minutes. Ooh, Tom Pyrex says they're overrated. He has driven a Caprice on a Lemons rally. But he also has...
Are we going to fight tonight, Tom? Is that what we're doing?
Overrated. Yeah, well, I mean, it is still GM product.
Oh yeah, if you go in with the expectation of, 30-year-old GM plastics, if you go in with that expectations, the mediocrity will just blow your mind in the best ways.
The shedded wheel there. There was a slow motion crash into the wall, looked like.
As we just zoom in on the stray wheel and the end of the broadcast just kind of trails into the opening credits of Rubber.
Man, Rubber. I've seen that movie a couple times, and I still I get it, but I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around how many drugs someone had to take to make that.
Yeah, I can't think of a single substance concoction that you could, enjoy and look at that movie and go, yeah, that makes sense.
There's not a single solution. There's not a closed form answer on that one, huh? You can't just come up with the answer.
No, I don't think so. Have you seen the movie Hamsa?
No.
It is about a stray tire. I don't think there's even a wheel that kills people. It kills people. It's a horror movie. It's like a pulp horror movie about a tire that goes on to kill it.
Called Rubber.
Rubber. Yep. It's like a God. What do they call those? It's like a B movie.
Yeah, B movie. Yeah.
A B-body movie.
One step above art. One step above art project.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's done with real budget.
Sure, but it's still one step above art project.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's kind of entertaining bad. I don't know. It's just a tire. Yeah, it's not a car. It's not a killer car or even a killer wheel. It's a killer tire.
So, to me, entertaining bad is like Red Dead 2, which is phenomenal and wonderful and self-aware. I legitimately, even after all these years, can't get a solid read on rubber.
0.03 of a second, your margin of victory, by the way.
Wow.
Patrick Britton there over Jared Duclos.
Patrick Britton, we haven't heard that name before. Is he a newcomer?
New-ish, yeah. He had a couple of good liveries. I can't quite place him, but yeah.
Is he a video gamer, or did he come in from the meat space world? I'm just kind of curious.
I think he is a gamer, yeah.
All of us old people are going to get edged out by...
Yeah, there it is. There's your margin of victory over the banana.
What a sentence.
Nigel Mansell handles the banana.
Oh, you're enjoying your free week of premium too?
Yeah.
What?
I'll tell you when you're older, Hamza.
It's an Only Lambs joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go bust out a Pornhub reference.
Oh yeah, we took the Only Lamb Subaru out to the autocross today too, and trying to explain to 50 strangers the niche, just the nuance of OnlyLambs.com is something that we can't even do.
Yeah, the inside baseball. It's like explaining a new sport to someone and then explaining how somebody cheated at it. That's really what it is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because you have to explain 1,200 rules before you can get to the point where with how they broke them.
How they broke the rule that no one is aware of. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's OnlyLamas.com? Well, have you ever read Corvette magazine?
Have you ever read Corvette magazine, and have you ever been to the weird side of Reddit?
Yeah. Didn't OnlyFans start as a video game thing, and then it was promptly co-opted by the, pay me $6 to look at my pictures? I think OnlyFans actually originated as a video game streaming thing.
I mean, I don't know enough to argue, so I'll roll.
You know what? I'm Googling it because my search history is fragged anyway.
I was waiting for crickets again. Just wasn't happening. Third or fourth was also, there we go, 22,000. That whole
OnlyFans was launched in 2016 as a platform for performers to provide clips and photos for a monthly subscription fee. Little is known about the parent company, blah, blah, blah. Yep. And then 2 years later, My Free Cams acquired 75% ownership of the parent company of OnlyFans and became the director. Yeah, basically it ran 2 years as like a legit trying to do media streaming and broadcasting, and then in 2018 it went full porn. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, that's the natural progression of anything.
2 years of capitalism before. Yep, that's where it goes.
Gonna go ahead and ask Stunt Granny if he's still in the chat to throw the end of the internet page back up into the chat, because we've clearly gotten there again. Oh.
Yeah.
It was a good Wreckfest, by the way, with all the...
I love that there's just no corners left on this thing, and it's still moving around the track. and it's dynamically moving. It's not just skidding in one direction. It's doing things. Watch this car as it just loses wheel.
Thank you, Stunt Granny. Well done. InternetLastPage.com. Yep, there goes the wheel.
And turn it this way. We're doing some stuff over here. Just trying. I'm working on it. And, okay, down to one wheel. I'm going to keep this one, guys. I got this one.
Car clipped off the last wheel there, I think. Nope, no, he still got one.
All right, watch this.
The wheel making the turn.
And we'll clear you up there. And there's just this chassis.
We've been around for 15 years, Mike Bruce, and it's been the seedy side all around. We just don't publicize that.
You just go to one in person. It's a smorgasbord of humanity. I love it.
Man, I drove past a liquor store today in Indiana, of all places, called the Handy Spot, and you just wonder, you wonder who doesn't understand what that actually means.
Yeah.
A handy stop? I think it was the Handy Stop there, but yeah. Good God. Oh. Well, we made it. I think we made it through. There were only 420.69 deaths, so.
That's correct. Ooh.
Or a B-body worth of deaths. I guess.
Look, all the tires rolling down the hill. That's epic right there.
So out of the 10 420-69 cars, there are 9 still remaining. I think this is like a Highlander thing. The last one alive gets to rule the universe.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
That may be
69 mega deaths. Nice, lady.
Yeah, there's your third place, I think that was. And then everybody's dying, and oh man, yeah, the 3 cars in there. And then the Dawn car piles into everybody, which it's very ambiguously gay duoed.
Oh
There you
man,
go.
don't get them started on that.
Yeah.
They really explored the studio space and embraced their roles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I like the one that's jumping, the Mansell car. And then, yeah, there's the Jan pileup. And the damage model's pretty spectacular. Gotta say, the stray wheels, the nose cones.
Yeah, the damage model I think tightened it up pretty well. I really like it. The wheel physics model is definitely weirding out other. Well, it's great for Lemons. It's doing the Yeet Fest launches.
Yeah. I don't know whose wheel went stray there, or which one. Took the nose cone right to the face, though.
I like how when they smash into each other, you can see washers. They perfectly formed little metal washers flying everywhere. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
There's like nuts and washers, and that's nice.
So that's how cars break in reality.
Well done,
Yes,
Bob.
washers. It's like Sonic when he gets hit, all the rings go flying out.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
That one right there. Yeah.
Wow, nice hit.
damn.
The second
that was
that he
good.
landed. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the number of wheels just everywhere.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's the closest analogy I can come up with. Like all the rings go flying.
I think somebody absorbed a wheel, by the way.
Oh.
Just merged with them. I think he got hit by one of those green wheels. One of his own wheels got pushed back into him.
Yeah.
That was good. A previously lost wheel was re-merged.
The mirror.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong plot twist. The tire didn't belong to any of them. It was just the murder tire.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bring the tire backer. More backer. More backer.
Watch the Mansell car. It breaks apart and then absorbs some of its parts again. Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
There it goes again. Where's that tire going?
The wheels warping
See
all
ya.
over the place.
It's going. Here comes a T-bone for the strip barber. Oh. More cars piling in.
And yeah, the wheel again.
Yeah, broken cars just sucking up parts. Like, you can definitely tell with Damage Model was like a group effort. Like, hey Bob, what'd you get done? Like, oh, here these washers, they're great. Like, oh, fantastic. Kirby,
What's
what'd
up,
you get
Podium
done?
Esports?
Just start sucking up with old parts. Like, this is my car now.
Man.
It's like a mix and match. You know what? They could make it a good thing if you could collect other parts. Like if you're missing a nose cone, but you went by the nose cone of another car, you could pick up that nose cone, but it had to merge the paint scheme. So you could do like a collector set of body panels as you like repaired your car with found parts.
That was
In a roundabout way, I think you just invented Kirby Air Ride. It was a great GameCube game from 20 years ago. You should really try it.
Nice.
I never got into like the video game, especially any of the consoles.
I played, was it Kirby's Dream Land on Super Nintendo? It was like a golf game. That's pretty sweet. Oh!
Yeah, a Roomba, a track Roomba, or like a Zamboni to come out mid-track during the race. Or a Roomba erratically cleaning the track mid-race would be good.
and by Roomba you mean Lotus 49 doing donuts.
So like a
right?
car-sized actual Roomba cleaning the track in it, and it is random in its direction changes. It's doing like a random walk around the track, and it's invincible. So you've got it continuously moving, erratically, making adjustments, invincible chicane on the track.
This is like 200 pounds of fiberglass away from being a wonderful Simca theme.
I was just about to say that a real life Lemons car that is a full, 1000% scale Roomba is kind of.
Thanks for the follow, Wes. Welcome to the party.
Yep.
All right. I'm trying to think of how to do that on the Beamer.
I think you need a Miata or something, like something low. That's what I was thinking. But
Beamer's not too high, all told.
Wow.
I would have to. I'm just trying to think like them.
They're
Make
wheel
it
pegging
16
over.
feet around. Like
Yeah,
it is
they're like
long.
like warp speed and gauge right here. Watch.
and then it shoots the wheel at it like it's a shell
There
from
goes.
Mario.
It just went flying straight. Yeah, exactly. Watch the right
Yeah.
front on the car on the right. That was
It
awesome.
fired the Sidewinder is what happened.
Yeah, exactly. There goes another one.
They got some crazy.
Dude, the right
spring
front on the
tension.
car
Just
on the
wait.
left is gonna fly off too. Oop. Where did that come
Yeah, it's
from?
following it. Yeah.
So they come out of warp speed or whatever the.
Yeah. It's the Star
like a
Destroyer coming out
wormhole.
of light speed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the Star Destroyer coming out of light speed. That is exactly it.
Yeah, this just leads more to the theory of the committee developed a new damage model. Like,
And there
you've
you go.
got
Oh man, that
Kirby,
tire's. Oh, damn!
It was
Look at
hovering.
Lady A with the death blow right there.
Yep, Lady A coming in side swipe, just
Oh.
ding.
Hip check.
That's right. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't.
That's right.
Lady A, that's an amazing reference. Thank you for that. I'm gonna rewatch that video. Yeah, for those that have never seen
Man.
it, YouTube, the missile knows where it is.
There goes all the random. There goes all the tires. How many tires are gonna roll by?
4 per car.
There aren't very many attached at this point.
Right. I was gonna say how many are attached though. That's the question.
Our ancestors used to ride these babies for miles.
That's right.
Oh, Lady A, my wife at nav school watched The Missile Knows Where It Is as part of inertial and photographic navigation training. Yeah. The Missile Knows Where It Is. It was part of literal navigation and missileer training.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Put it out. Got a lot of debris. Turn 1. Put it out.
Yeah. We're gonna need a caution to clear up a few pieces on the track.
Wow. Nice slide. It's
Excellent,
nothing.
Ryan. Roomba knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Which is actually true. Damn it.
Oh God. Ooh.
just
Damn.
munched it. Just straight stuffed it in.
Yep.
Damn.
I think that if there's a way that we could make it, no matter what the race is and no matter what the cars in the race are, as soon as the checkered is dropped, everybody's in skippies.
Yes.
Like it doesn't matter what people are racing during the race. As checkered is dropped, you get one parade lap, and then everybody's in skippies. Because the Yeet Fest is much better in skippies.
Oh.
Just look at it go.
Damn.
Just fucking yard sale of car parts.
Yes.
It's like a rock auto truck crash. Just stuff everywhere.
Tires just rolling by. Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah, I will say that this damage model with the skippies is good TV.
Yep. Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this.
As the new damage model spreads, I still think we need like a half-hour event where it's just 42 skippies and 187 out for blood.
Oh, kill. Yeah. Yeah, kill it.
Now, if Nate could work it where it was teams, but the teams were like pseudo randomized, so that every lap whoever was in the 87 changed. Like there's 40 drivers, 39 skippies, and one legacy 87, and every lap whoever's in that car changes. So you're trying to make the laps when you're in the skippies, and you're trying to just destroy everybody when you're in the 87 for one lap. Might be something to think about. We got to figure out how to make that work.
I could get behind that. Definitely.
It's like
Our Lemon's wish list is getting longer and more elaborate, and I support it.
that purge list where you get one day to commit all the crimes you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you
There you
get
go.
one lap to fuck up anybody you want, and then after that you're back in the skippy and you're a victim.
Oh, damn. That's a great shot. All the tires rolling down the hill.
just park skippies with no wheels. The wheels are just everywhere.
Oh my God.
The old yard sale. Well, I think that is probably gonna take us out the
not gonna get better.
Waller wheels. Yeah. Thanks for joining us for another Sunday evening.
Yeah,
of
thanks everybody.
Pointless, fun, stupid iRacing. We hope you
Yes.
guys laugh as much as we do.
Oh, the banana gets destroyed.
The banana gets
Damn,
smushed,
Skip
as so
Barber.
often happens.
Could you imagine like what it must have been like to actually crash one of these things when you're just like rib caging up, exposed to the world, knowing that
Yeah,
you're like
not
if this
good.
thing does anything, like I mean we're chuckling at it, but I was just like, oh my god, that must have been insane.
I
Tyler
keep
Stank,
seeing that
P4.
formation of rogue wheels just in perfect formation going around the corner like, and it keep playing Ride of the Valkyries in my head. It's like Yokohama Now out there.
Bish, you missed the outlap where they went into full attack formation 8 wide across the track.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun rewatch tomorrow.
Yeah, they went into like full on like attack formation. It was quite good. And then the yard sale started.
Indeed. Well, again, if you're just showing up, as someone in the comments indicates they are, you can watch this full replay on YouTube, or you can come see next week's race, same bat time, about 8:30 Eastern. We're here most Sunday nights. And you can join this with isuckatracing.com, which is the
Yeet.
Lemons iRacing League official page. Get yourself in there, see what it's all about, join up, have a good time. And of course, the 24 Hours of Lemons is the parent of this, the Real Racing series. And we will be back racing in meat space in just a couple weeks at NOLA Motorsports Park. So 24hoursoflemons.com, where you can find information about that. I am Eric Rude, and I will turn it over to Ryan and Hamza and Randy on the way out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Hamza, for being here. Thanks to Josh Hoosty for joining us in the booth. Yeah, Hamza, anything going on with you guys other than that engine spout from hell?
No, thanks for everything. It's therapy on Sunday nights, so I may or may not be here next week. But if I am, it's another 3 hours of therapy.
Wow, beautiful. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching. Look forward to going back and watching this, and lots of death and lots of eats. So we'll see you guys next week. Everybody out there, stay safe and keep wearing masks, for Christ's sake. Don't get lazy on that just because some people think it's okay. Keep yourself safe.
Now.
That's right, exactly. All right, we'll see you guys next week, and everybody out there, keep it real.